is, best of fives are fun, but the best of sevens, that's really where you get those good teams. You get them fighting each other, you get them late into those series, and that is what's important. As it sounds like a report from the stage, we have all of the PCs frozen, so that's a new one. I wonder if someone's trying to maybe ice out the competition here a little bit there, but maybe it's the temperature outside too. It's a pretty chilly day, but Infernal Lumberjacks, we'll work to get it underway as soon as possible.
Okay, we'll look ahead since we have a little bit of time to do so. The second semifinal will be the Bloomington Maulers and the Hibbing Rangers, a rematch of yesterday.
Yeah, that's going to be a good matchup as well. We saw yesterday that the Maulers ended up taking that one 3-1 over the Rangers, and I've heard some things that the Rangers didn't really take those matchups too seriously, but it's a dangerous spot to put yourself in. You really might not be that warmed up for those eventual matches that will happen here at the LAN finals, and those best of sevens might be a little bit more important. Like I said as well, we have our two grand finals already set in stone. Those ones are ready to go. Stealth and Timbers, that one, wow. What a performance from the Stealth in this postseason.
The Stealth, they came into, I believe, the playoffs with the 5 seed, and honestly, a lot of people I know counted them out.
Myself included.
And in their group stage match, they took down the Timbers 3-0, and that was kind of the statement game when they put everyone on those to be like, hey, I think the 3 other teams in the group didn't want to play him.
Yeah.
I know myself as the coach for the Monarchs, we didn't want to play him. I know Wasty played for Burnsville, he didn't want to play him.
Well, and the other thing to mention as well is they almost didn't make it to the group stage here and then, in turn into LAN, because they ended up in a game number 7 in that qualifying weekend. Best of 7, game number 7, 8.5-minute overtime. Got the game winner there, made it into the playoffs, and they've shown why they belong here. Embers ended up falling to them 4-3, and they are in the championship. Timbers on the other side, that strong number 1 seed, 4-0 as we see them going to face the Stealth and go underway with that one. Magic and Outlaws, they'll be the other one there. Magic, they also were the lower seed. I think they were the number 4 coming in. Outlaws the number 1 seed, but that has flipped as now the number 1 and 3 seed respectively. We'll take a quick break while we try to get this figured out, everybody. As actually, we will not, excuse me, so CLMN matchup, Ernie, Magic and Outlaws. Like I said, Magic, a kind of a surprise here. I had faith in them as a Minneapolis fan, of course, but, it was a great game, a great series. They've done well so far.
And both of the Challenger League semifinals were phenomenal, as I think one went to Game 6, the other went all the way to Game 7 and went to distance. So for the Magic and the Outlaws, it shows both teams have the endurance to go all the way. But someone has to lose here in the grand finals.
Yeah, and the other thing as well between those two teams is we saw them play earlier on, and that was the Magic. For the first time this season, they actually were able to knock out and beat the Outlaws. So we will send it to a quick break. We'll quick get this figured out. Come on back here for some more of the MNCS semifinals.
All right. Ernie, do you want to hold up the shirt for me and show it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of downtime here while we are figuring out the server. We have a little bit of a trivia question with Ernie over here is going to show us one of our supporters today, version 1. We got a shirt we will be giving away to the person that gets this first question right. I'm going to be heading up on stage over here to the audience. We got a question for you. If you are the first person to answer, you will be winning a version 1 shirt. Get ready. All right. All right, who here plays Rocket League? Okay. That's a decent number. Now, if you really play Rocket League, my question is, and first hand I see, I will choose you. What is the official release date of Rocket League? That's really close. No, that's close though. No, close. July 19th, no. Oh! Congratulations. Great. You have won a version 1 shirt. We'll be coming back with some more trivia soon. Make sure that you are up to date on all your Rocket League history, RLCS history, MNCS. We'll be asking questions, giving away merch, and we will be getting this lobby set up very shortly. How do I, what? Okay, hear me out. If you guess who wins the series. Why not? It's my condition. Bemidji, all right. I'll come back.
You can take your time. You can choose your words. Let me down real easy. Let me down real easy. Well, I'm doing just fine. Because I caught your eyes. You say
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? It's a great day. I'm feeling generous right now. So we are going to do round 2 of giveaways while we are waiting here. We got another shirt on the line brought to you by Rocker. And for this next question, we got an MNCS trivia. I am going to need 1 the winner of MNCS Season 1 and one player from that roster. Hold on. Okay, I think I saw it. Right there, yeah. What was the team name? Yep, you got it. We'll be coming back soon. All right, we have finally figured everything out with the stream, got the match set up. In about 30 seconds, we're going to be starting here. Again, we're going to be starting from the same time. I believe it's 3:27 at 1-0. So we'll be starting off and getting right back into the game. Again, sorry for the delay. We're going to make sure that everything else runs smooth tonight. And let's get right back in the action!
All right, and back we go into game number 5 here. After a bit of technical difficulties, we see Rad getting the easiest goal of his career, making it 1-0. But we're back underway for game number 5.
Yeah, and it's a series 3-1 in favor of the Inferno right now. We'll have to see if they can make something happen here. There's a quick shot there. That one's going to end up wide. Notice will chase this one around the backboard there. Chance out at mid. Kai might have an opportunity, but cannot get that one away. Pressure still on here. Lumberjacks trying to tie this one up. As Notice will charge in on this one, trying to take it into the offensive zone. Off the corner, that one's going to go back towards the net, but great chance once again. Now wrapping around the sidewall here, out towards mid. Couple players fighting for that one. Here is North. He'll carry it to the sidewall. Coming at that one, Burnsville trying to challenge up, trying to get some pressure. Rad out towards mid. Kai stops that one there. Sent downfield by Zebra. Now into the corner, cleared away by Burnsville, trying to take some possession downfield once again. Rad charging in, but can't make contact. Kai in the corner. That's Rad there. Now drop that one down, looking for Kai once again, but that does not connect. It's now 3.5. Notice we'll send this one downfield. That's going to be sent back towards net. That's up to off the backboard, trying to play some defense here. That's going to be cleared away. Good move there by Kai. Keep this one in favor of the Burnsville for now, as that's going to be sent downfield, looking for the opening. That one's going to roll past the last defender, but off the post. Now back down. Here are Bemidji in their own zone. Shot towards the back post. That one's wide. Rad couldn't find the center of the net there, as that one's cleared away. Now we'll see Bemidji try to transfer it into offense. Shot going towards net, towards top shelf, and Notice will put it away.
Notice with a huge goal here in Game 5, putting this team just that much closer to the grand finals here, as Bemidji have their backs against the wall.
Let's go. So now we see a 2-0 lead in favor of Burnsville. They're going to have a pretty good chance to finish this one out here. So that one's going to go out towards mid. A couple players fighting for this one. Bemidji, you're in a do-or-die situation now as that one's going to go in. Zebra gets one back, and 2-1 now in favor of Burnsville.
Zebra just a long shot, and the defense was not back for Burnsville, so I'm not really expecting a shot from that angle, that high up, that far out. But
now
they tie it up here. One apiece in a game that Bemidji needs to win.
As that's a shot there once again. Now that's going to go towards the sidewall. Kick that out towards mid. Players fighting for this one once again. As they're going to go back on defense. That's going to skip high. Good touch away there. Actually, that was almost a shot attempt. Now Rad can't get to that one in time. That's going to get sent downfield. Rotating back, North takes a shot at net. Great save there. As Burnsville keeping this one away, and Zebra's going to make it 2-2. Great play there by Zebra to find the opening. A little bit of interference ran by Kai inside of the net, making it happen there. Get these teams tied up 2-2. We're getting late into game number 5 here. Bemidji would love an overtime. Love to put this one away in regulation, but if they can make overtime happen, they will take that nonetheless. As they'll head downfield, here is North. Gonna try to kick that off the backboard. Notice sends that one the other direction. Now sidewall here. A couple players. Rad shot from distance. That's going to go towards the back post. Notice was there, but couldn't get it underneath the crossbar. Burf going for a demo as well. First player on the backboard is for the Inferno. As that one's going to go out towards mid. Now up into the ceiling. There's a chance here. Notice takes that shot from range, but that's cleared away. As now here down on the ground. Players fighting for this one. Zebra will kick it downfield. Off to the side, out towards mid. Rad pops that one up. Kai doesn't have enough boost to go for it. Rad misses that one. Kai might find an open net.
Just on, and it gets sent away. 10 seconds to go now. Tied 2 apiece. Bemidji looking to live another day. As the clock winds down. One final rush. Kai to center. It's off the ceiling. Shooters there. It's off the backboard once more. And there, off the back of the defender, and we go to overtime. Bemidji was right there.
And that's gonna be a heartbreaker if that doesn't, if they don't win this one in overtime, because there was a chance, but you know, Burf just with a great save there. Now notice goes for the air dribble off that one, but not quite able to find the back of the net. A counterattack here for Bemidji, and they find it.
Bemidji do what was asked of them. They forced game 6. And now they only have to win 2 more games.
Yeah, but North able to find that opening there. Well done by him to find the back of the net on that breakaway opportunity. You know, that's what you need to make it happen. And, you know, like you said, game number 6, there's only 2 more left. They maybe have some momentum. Other thing to mention as well is now their coach, instead of being Ryu, it is Calster, the player who started off the season with this roster, but then had to leave due to personal reasons. So, you know, they might have someone who's a little bit more in tune with their play style, a little bit better, you know, advice given from that coach behind you there. But we will.
And, I see it has been a coaching change.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Calster.
During the intermission, Calster stepping in, leading his team to potential victory. He's got 1 game under his belt. Still need 2 more, excuse me.
Yeah. But yeah, a great response there by the Lumberjacks. They're able to, they actually fall behind early, but a couple of late goals and the overtime game winner. They almost could have gotten the 0-second goal, but could not quite get it across the line. But hey, they'll take the victories however they can get them. That's going to be now 3-2 in the series. And we are into game number 6 now, as these players are actually not quite ready to go. Excuse me, apologies. Sounded like we were ready to go, but not quite. Just the sounds of the menus. These players raring to go. Thank you to everyone for sticking with us. We will get this all worked out here, get underway with our next one here.
As I believe Calcer just hit the dab on stage.
You know, you got to appease the crowd, right? If the crowd wants...
You have to win the crowd somehow. His team needs wins, his team needs support, his team needs
Even though
energy.
the Lumberjacks have the majority of the crowd, I would say, at least right now, in my opinion.
The Lumberjacks are such a tight-knit franchise. They have really come together and bonded over the past couple seasons.
Yeah, and that's been, that's always cool to see with those teams able to, kind of build a culture around their franchise as well, because some of them, I know people just hardly play together. They play together for their weekly matches, and that's about it, whereas it's a lot more fun to see those players who know each other well, are really good friends, really good, create those friendships outside of the game as well. And that's, that's part of what MNCS was created for, not only for the competition, but, bring people together who all enjoy Rocket League.
As we get game number 6 underway.
So now it's still do or die time for Bemidji. They trail 3-2 in the series, but that 3-2 victory in the game prior, able to make something happen, as now that's a shot from the corner. Early opportunity there by North, but that's saved away by Notice. They'll take it onto the offensive zone. Burnsville trying to start off on the right foot. They would love an early goal here and some possession in their favor.
Kai puts that challenge around Burf over to 0. That's going to be on target. Can he get it through to 2 defenders?
Not far off.
Get it through the 1.
Yeah, but almost gets that one through. Tries to sneak it underneath.
Oh, Burf, that was so close.
As once again, we see some early offense here from Burnsville. They're trying to find this one, trying to just end this series in 6. They don't want to go to that Game 7. It can be such a stressful time. And like we mentioned as well, so long ago it feels like, but Radman not quite accustomed to the LAN environment, at least from what I know. So, a player who might struggle if you get too late into a series, that can be very stressful for those players.
North looking to work this one around the corner. But if it back passes 0, he gets demoed. Burf shot on save by North on the goal line. Last second save by the Lumberjacks. Zebra with it now, looking to center. He gets demoed.
And saves like that is
pick
what...
it up. Shot just wide. Kai off the post. And the Lumberjacks doing everything in their power to put this ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, but great defense by both sides coming out here. That's the thing, is the Lumberjacks, they need to have that stellar defense. If they allow, well, they can score, but, Inferno have been so good on the defensive half, as that's going to be an opening there, and North will strike first.
North opening up the scoring here. Zebra, good pass off the backboard. Notice, can't get that key touch, and North will bury that one, make it 1-0 here in Game 6. Rad now off the side. North couldn't get that touch. Shot off the post. There's Rad. Goes low, but he gets saved away. Kai with the double tap. He's just high. Notice going to have to fling that one to the side. Burnsville, now they send 2. Kai into the corner. 4 players in the corner, 2 from either side. Really a scrum trying to get the ball out of the corner into the direction either team wants it.
Yeah.
Burf to wheel that one around. Notice dropping it down off the post. There's Burf. Can't put it through. Kai trying to force this one around the corner. Burf splits the defense. North button hook, sends it back to the corner. Open net opportunity. Centers. It doesn't get through. There's Kai. He gets saved as well.
Couple of dangerous opportunities there, but just could not find the back of the net. Bemidji still holding on to this 1-goal lead, as there's a chance there for Burnsville, but 2:05 remaining. This is a good setup so far for Bemidji. They just got to make sure that they don't give Notice or someone on the Burnsville roster an opportunity there. See a save there by Zebra. Now Kai lets that one roll across the backboard. Looking out towards mid. Burf drop shot there. And now back. That's a good little flick on there as Rad comes in and saves that one. A lot of power on that one, but wide of the net. Fortunately, now that's a pinch. Going to go back the other direction. Kai is up for that one. Bounces it out towards mid. Makes it awkward for Rad. Good touch there. But that's going to be off the backboard. Notice with a backboard double.
Triple from Notice. It's such a shallow angle he gets these 2 touches. I'm speechless. What a way to tie the game up in game 6. Burnsville looking to end the series right here and now.
Yes, now Burf from the corner. He's going to kick that one back out towards mid. Notice charging in on this one, drops it out towards center there. As now we'll see the Bemidji Lumberjacks go back on offense, but Rad stops that one there. And, you know, both these teams, they need to find some better offensive chances. When we saw those passes come out, both sides were able to find some success. You know, it took the Lumberjacks a little bit longer, but now here's a chance for notice. That one's off the lower corner and away. That could have been the finishing blow in favor of Burnsville, but Lumberjacks hang on for now.
And again, Bemidji, they find themselves in a familiar position. They're tied here in the final minute of an elimination game that could see their season hopes and dreams end right here. Zebra couldn't connect on the flip reset. Kai, he's such an aggressive third man. I'm really questioning his decisions.
Yeah, so far
challenge those.
It did cost them a few goals early on, but I don't think it would have been any game winners, unfortunately. But you know, that can be the play style for some of these players, and if it can work, it is. But Notice going to go for a double dutch here. Zebra just bodies him off that one. Kai comes in for the save. We've seen Kai get a number of saves from behind to the ball, comes flying in from midfield, but able to put enough in front of it as a team bunch there. Fortunately, no one was there for Burnsville.
Bemidji pressure starting to get to them. Defense has become really shaky. North going to send this one into the opposite corner. Burf, one touch mid, tries to get a second. That's going to drop down, and we have overtime once more with Bemidji's series season lives on the line.
Yeah, they're playing well here right now, and again, this is a game that it's hard to tell who it favors, but I think either side, it's either who makes the first great, fantastic play like we saw from Notice there in regulation, or who makes the first catastrophic mistake. And, you know, these two teams, neither one too prone to making mistakes, so it might be a solo play that ends it. As now we'll see North continue on offense. Burf is there as well. North trying to kick this one out towards mid, looking for an opening. Kai will finish it, and we are going to game 7.
And Kai will not say die. What a play by North to get a second touch, and Kai just has to tap that one in. And we go to game 7.
Yeah. As that's a great one there, that finisher in overtime. Bemidji able to hang on. They gave that lead away late, but, you know, fortunately for them, able to come back in that one, finish it off late, put that game away, and force that final decisive game, as we'll see if they're able to make it happen once again. As Cal on stage has some momentum behind him, holding up the one. Only one more game.
You have to take it one at a time,
Yeah.
one kickoff at a time, one offensive possession at a time, one goal at a time.
You know, and I do like that substitution a lot. I think Ryu is definitely a part of this team as well, but, you know, Calster is the hype man, and I think he's a big part of this team, and it definitely helps them as he hits another dab on stage there. Calster's just absolutely feasting on the energy from the crowd here, and, you know, if that makes his team find the victories here, that's what we need.
So going in to game 7, we both favored Burnsville going into this series. What, do you still favor Burnsville going into game 7 here?
You know, I think it depends on which version of Burnsville we've seen. We've seen a very strong team that's able to play together as a unit, but we've also seen a team that, you know, struggles quite a bit and really just cannot find their footing on offense. And it's a tale of two teams, but it's whoever shows up in this one.
So game 7, so much on the line. You've invested so much of your time and energy throughout this season and in this series as well, being here at LAN on stage in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Nerves get to you, and I think here in game 7, I think both teams, as offenses as we've seen them, I think both teams will be fairly passive, as they do not want to be the first team to give up a goal.
Yeah.
Here in the last game of the series.
Well, that's why it might go back to that thing we've talked about before, where it's just who makes the fewest mistakes, and that's really what makes the difference in this one. As a reminder, we'll have another matchup after this one. It will be the Maulers and the Rangers to figure out our last grand finalist. As we've said, we've already got 2 of them set. It is the Stealth and the Timber. So Bemidji could have 2 teams in the grand finals. As you know, that would be quite an accomplishment there. You know, the Rangers in the second match of the day have that opportunity as well. Of course, the Outlaws already in the CLMN grand finals. So we'll have to see.
As I don't believe a franchise has won 2 championships in a single season.
I don't believe so. We've had repeat champions, of course, you know, Minnetonka with A.O. Stein, but I don't believe we've had, like you said, 2 in the same season, so that would be quite a thing. I'm not sure if we've had 2 teams in the grand finals. I think that has happened before, but neither, or, you know, both teams could not come out on top there. As it shouldn't be too much longer before we get ready for game number 7. Just waiting on one last little bit from the players here.
I believe the issue we're looking for game sound.
As now, got to talk to you as well, the Maulers and the Rangers. Of course, we'll get a little bit ahead of ourselves here. You know, for the opponent for this one, honestly, I don't think it's hard to tell who would be a better opponent. I think both teams, in my opinion, would probably rather play the Rangers. Honestly, they've been a strong team, but the Maulers, I'm going to get some flack for this, but with Vanish, they have looked absolutely incredible. He has been a huge part of this team's success, absolutely lit up the MNCS scene. And so, you know, I honestly think they'll be cheering for the Rangers. I think that's an easier matchup for them.
And, you know, Vanish is one of those younger players, and I don't want to say unproven, but really untested. You don't know how he's really going to perform when push comes to shove. When you have a crowd in front of you, you're on a stage. The trophy's right there. Yeah,
it is. It is in the arena today. The thing is, though, as well, is like, you know, 16-year-old, he came into the league and he just started firing on all cylinders. So, you know, I do have good hope for them because I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue. I think he'll adjust just fine. It basically just comes down to, can they play as that strong 3-stack we've seen, or will it be, you know, an unfortunate, a little bit of a drop-off here, depending on the, you know, the results from Vanish and them. But before we get to that, we have got our last game of this semifinal. Burnsville Inferno, Bemidji Lumberjacks, game number 7, season and grand finals on the line. Game Center, are you ready?
Kai, start us off here. Air dribble off the backward, no connection. North gets stuffed by Red. There's Zebra. The follow-up, bar down and in. And Zebra putting Bemidji on the board first as their comeback is so close.
Yeah, and you know, it's back-to-back games now, and they're in a dangerous spot here. That's a little bit of kind of an own goal there by Burf, but Zebra put that in such a good spot that there's not a ton you can do to get the save on that one. So a great start for the Lumberjacks. You know, just got to say, Cal's 2-0 on the stage, so you know, maybe that is the secret. We'll have to see him if he comes out for the grand finals as well. But early on in this one, possession and everything has favored the Lumberjacks. First chance out of the zone. Notice and Rad going up for Burnsville. Now Zebra, he'll try to pass this out towards mid, looking for North, but no connection is found. A great pass. Zebra looking to find his teammates, and those passing plays are what I'm always watching for with these teams.
Oh, what a save by Zebra. I thought that ball was all but in.
Yeah, it's a great shot there by Notice, but unfortunately not able to put it away. It was kind of a hockey-style move where you carried it across the box there, found that opening from the back post, but just a great backwards play as Kai goes up for the pinch there. We've seen him play some goofy defense, but it hasn't cost them too much yet. They're still in the series. They're leading now in game number 7. 1 minute gone as that one's going to hang high towards the backboard. Rad comes in for the clear, is going to put it towards the sidewall. North trying to charge, but Notice, good save there. Shot from a tight angle by Zebra, saved by Rad. Kai trying to pass it out towards mid, but Rad will carry it away. Shot towards net, Zebra saves. And wow, what a start to this one for the Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks really, they just start out with so much pressure at the start of each game. North open net opportunity, it's still on the line. Goal line stand won't work. North makes it 2-0, and he was bound to get this one to go in. Rad did everything in his power, but could not find a way to keep it out.
Yeah, and you see the right side of the stadium just absolutely erupt here. That's a huge contingent of Bemidji fans, and they are happy to see their team fighting back in for this one, trying to make it happen, as that one's going to go low. A couple of opportunities here, but bouncing back towards mid. North can't get there, so Burf will clear it out and away. Still an opportunity here for Burnsville. We saw, I think it was game number 1, where it was a 2-0 lead for Bemidji, and then 3 unanswered goals coming out of Burnsville. So, it's not done yet, but they're in a great spot in game number 7.
And, there's your mentality in game 1 is going to be a heck of a lot different than your mentality in game 7.
Yeah, and that's the thing to talk about too, is the momentum, because going into this series, I think the momentum would probably favor the Inferno. They were 3-0 in the group stage. On the other side, the Lumberjacks 0-3, so not a great group stage for them, but this is all that matters at this point. This best of 7, this game 7 in the best of 7, and the momentum is in their favor now heavily.
Notice rising shot on Kai again with his, what you said, goofy defense. Shot off the backboard. Rad can't get there as it is sent to the backside. Notice trying to cut that one off, button hook the ball back into the orange half.
Yeah, and they still have 2.5 minutes here, do the Inferno, but it's just, can they find a way to make something happen? Because that's the real thing for them is, you have those opportunities, but the clock starts to work against you. You started out with about 3.5 to get this comeback done, but now, it's running thin, and there has to be a shot here. Zebra makes it 3.
Zebra not phases. Notice can't get there. Kai's up there for a distraction, and when 2 players on the other team's with, you better put that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, and you see Kai just not well, actually, Kai wasn't moving after that one, probably just high-fiving up on the stage there, but Lumberjacks have to be on cloud 9 right now. They are in a perfect spot. They just have to play strong. You have 2 minutes until you are in the grand finals, and you will await the victor of the afternoon match here today, as that's going to pop out towards mid. North is not done yet. Might go for more. Rad kicks it back towards his own net. Kai's going to try to shoot. Fortunate for the Inferno that didn't end up in the back of their net. An opportunity, as now Burf might have a chance from the corner. Trying to pass it out towards mid. Should find Notice, but a great save there by Kai. Defense might be goofy, but the defense does work here.
It's almost a strategy of, if we don't know what we're doing, they don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it works out. Notice around the corner, tries to get that pass through, but there's North to say no once more. And with 1:15 on the clock, it's now really become a 4v3 against the Inferno.
Yeah, and they've got to find a way to make something happen here because they are struggling. That was finally a little bit of offense there, but of course it's shut down almost immediately by Zebra, and Burf has to waste a ton of boost to go back. That's time off the clock, that's boost, that's possession. It's everything that they need right now, and it's, this would need to be a historic comeback, as that's going to go out towards mid. Burf might have a chance, and he's going to put 1 on the board. They're not dead yet.
There is still life in this fire. There's still heat. Kai caught front post. You can play as goofy as you want, but you got to focus on your positioning.
I mean, that one was a good shot there nonetheless. You can't discredit Burf on that one. Finds the opening there and notices, Kai can try to dive across the net, but it's probably not going to be there in the right spot. Could try to stay front post. It's such a hard play to read, so, not a great spot. But now it's 40 seconds. There is still a chance, but they need something here as Burf puts that one towards the backboard. Rad might have a chance from the corner out towards mid. Looking for Notice, but a really weak pass.
Fancy.
Yeah, you just got to
take the shot here. There's less than a minute to go. You're down by 2. Start peppering the net. Put everything you can into it.
Yeah, because if you force them to play some frantic defense, that opens up opportunities. Passing play there, but Rad, it's weak, it's low, it's off to the side. It's not what you need.
And at the start of the season, the Maulers said they formed this team so Aostein would not three-peat. But in doing so, the Maulers not would either. The Lumberjacks are going to the grand finals.
Yeah, a great play there and a great series. The Lumberjacks, the last 3 in a row, they finally find their footing. Kalster on stage, I honestly think that might be a bigger part of this victory here. Having that player behind you who's known your team so well, understands how you play, can really talk with the other 2 players, can try to keep that momentum, keep that, that mental game going. And just a great performance there, and the Lumberjacks, they're in the grand finals.
And again for the Lumberjacks, they were just able to eke out this Inferno team who, again, struggled in goals per game.
Yeah.
They were near last, I believe you said.
Well, and that's the thing that was so weird is early on they had such good offense. 3 goals in the first one, 4 in the third. So those first 4 games they scored it was over. They averaged just about 2.5 per game, which is well above their season average. Would put them on pace with the Lumberjacks, but then 5, 6, 7, it just fell apart.
And it comes down to it's just you got to score. You got to score goals to win games. Offense wins you games, but defense wins you championships.
Yeah, there you go. So Burnsville Inferno. Unfortunately, the season ends there. A great performance by them. Nothing to hang your head at, of course. Playing with a sub for the tail end of the season. Still make it happen. Go in as a number 5 seed. Make it into the semifinals there as the number 1 seed. But Lumberjacks will take it. They'll move to the grand final. And now the question is, who will be there alongside them? The Bloomington Maulers and Hibbing Rangers will be up next. Seeing who else makes that semifinal, or who makes the grand final, from that semifinal here from Game Center. We'll send it to a break. Come on back for some more Rocket League in just a bit.
For everybody in the audience, the kitchen is open. Make sure to get your orders in early, especially if you're playing. Make sure to go and do that now. The kitchen is now open.
Something, it's out of line. I say it again, another time. I spoke freely when I was 17. I said the kind of things that no one was letting me. I pick you up, I pick you out of a crowd. How does it sound? Am I as loud as you want it now? I'll make you come up to my cloud. Best believe I'm not coming down. No, I am not coming down. I'll make you come to my cloud, 'cause I am not coming down. I'd rather smoke something. I could probably blow a ring. I'm opening up as a singer. Nobody wants quality, they only want quantity. They keep ignoring me, it's boring me. I wanna be paid, I want double now, or I will not tell you how to get to my fucking cloud, 'cause I am not coming down.
Calls in a new city with a couple new walls and some new friends. They don't know who you are, but I like them better anyway. 'Cause they don't stress when I'm having some fun, and they don't guess if I'm feeling undone. Though I can't sleep now, I wonder if I like it better, like it better. We've been so unattached that I think I need to connect. 'Cause can't fall asleep alone. I think I still need you on the phone. Yeah, I can't fall asleep alone. And I just miss the way you go. And I hate the way we left it, pretending being selfish. But you know I cannot help it, 'cause I'm not the best with help. But still need you on the phone, 'cause I can't fall asleep alone. Oh God, just a second, think I might have slept it. I'm the one who made this bed, I gotta rep it. Ain't no rest for the wicked or the selfish. But maybe there's another way to say that I like to our boss when I calls you. Anything that is called would have fall through. Got a couple nights and they are all for you. We've been so unattached that I think I need to connect. 'Cause can't fall asleep alone. No, I can't. Think I still need you on the phone. I still need you on my phone. Can't fall asleep alone. I can't. And I just miss the way you go. Oh yeah. And I hate the way we left it, pretending
Came from a broken home. I've seen so many people go. Learn to make it on my own. It's easier for me to be alone. So how are you? Keep cutting through. Claiming you're not like the other guys. And only if I could give you a chance. Show me that you mean it. We'll feel some type of way.
All right. It is about that time again. Like I mentioned yesterday, this is a little bit of a mix for me. You know, it's sad that one of these teams will have to go home, but I'm excited to see one of these teams make it to the next part of our Minnesota Championship Series LAN. On stage right now, we got the Hibbing Rangers going up against the Bloomington Maulers. And something interesting about both of these teams on the Hibbing Rangers side We have a team that is stuck together through the entire season. They were the lowest rated, but they made it all the way here on a stage. And on the opposite side, we got Bloomington Maulers, who made the last minute trade to get Vanish on their roster. So we got old, we got new. It's going to be a really interesting one. I'm excited for this. This is our last semifinals before going into the grand final matches. So I'm going to swing it over to both Grape and Fright Cabbage here on the casting end. I'm excited. Let's get hype.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second semifinal of the day. The second one here for MNCS. Fright Cabbage alongside Grape, Hibbing Rangers, Bloomington Maulers. These two teams have played each other 3 times now throughout the season, twice in the regular season, once in the postseason. Series lies in favor of the Maulers, but I've heard some talk about the Hibbing Rangers kind of just not taking those games too seriously, waiting to turn up until you get to those semifinal matches. So, first couple of things, Grape, what are you thinking?
Bloomington has arguably been the hottest team at LAN. They knocked off this Hibbing team just yesterday in the CLMN, or MNCS group stage. 3-1 against Hibbing, and Hibbing, how to disconnect, and they were likely favored to still win that game, but Bloomington actually took that overtime, so in the end, it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
And so Bloomington, out of all the teams in MNCS today, have been very, very hyped, but, Bemidji, what they just did has me going for a swirl.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Any team can win on any day, so that's really, we have the history between these two teams, but all that matters is this one best of 7. It does not matter how you play throughout the season, doesn't matter your past matchups, doesn't matter against the league, against anybody. What matters is how you perform at LAN. Best of 7 to send you to the grand final. Lumberjacks, huge turnaround there, win the last 3, put themselves in that spot. Now it's Rangers or Maulers. Who will we get there? And I got to get a prediction from you, Grape.
Gonna be asked. I want the Hibbing Rangers to win, so I'm gonna pick Hibbing.
All right, you're going with the Rangers. I got to go with the Maulers. Everyone knows I'm a fanboy for Vanish. I think he has been fantastic. If you weren't here yesterday, his accolades: highest rating, highest score per game, highest shots, assists, saves, and second in goals per game. So he has been lighting up the league in about the 10 to 12 weeks he's been a part of it. 7-4 since his arrival, midway through the season to replace Veltri, and that has been a huge turnaround for them. Started the season at 3-4, so they were, not too bad to start the season, but below 500, 7-4 with him. But that is it. I will choose the Maulers, so we are ready to go. We have the players in here. Everyone here at home is watching. Game Center, are you guys ready for this semifinal? Woo! So we will see the Hibbing Rangers in blue. That is Latimus, Taro, and Zodak, the stack that's been together since the start of the season. Lowest rated team looking to make something happen here. We know they can fight hard against the Maulers. Mako and Conundrum been there since the start. Vanish the midseason edition. They are in orange. A shot's going to go off the sidewall. Zodak sends it downfield, looking for an opening, but Conundrum will be back in the corner. Vanish gets a demo on Zodak. Conundrum now downfield. Latimus intercepts there, takes it the direction. Vanish back up towards mid. Taro sending that forward. The possession game is going to be a big part of these two teams' play style. We know both of them like to kind of just suffocate the opponent, make them play out of their own zone, and not give them any space to work with as Taro sends that downfield. Mako's there. Conundrum cuts it off first.
We're talking so much about Vanish and how he's been the hype man for this team. The mechanics there, but Taro's there for the first goal for the Hibbing Rangers. But I was going to say Mako, out of all the players on this team yesterday, was looking like the best player at this tournament against this Hibbing team. He had definitely the majority of the goals, and I know you guys were casting, you were talking about him. What are your thoughts on him from his performance from yesterday?
Yeah, that was a big part of their success. We've seen Vanish be a part of it usually, but, Mako, the captain, steps up when it matters. They were able to get those good victories there, that strong victory against this very same roster. And, that overtime victory as well was a big thing where they won it basically immediately, and that has to be so deflating to have to go back and replay it. And it took about, I think it was about 3 minutes into that overtime before we found the winner once again being the Maulers. But, an early miss there. Zodak goes for the double touch here, but that one's wide of net. The other thing to mention as well is I believe all 3 Rangers members do have some LAN experience, or at least some playoff experience, so they have that composure. Vanish, that's always one of those question marks. The players who are newer to the scene, newer to the LANs, and the pressure that comes with it, but didn't seem like it affected him too much yesterday. This one's a little bit more important. The do or dies. He's going to go for a double touch here. Has the opening, drops it down out towards mid. Conundrum tries to follow it up. That's going to hang high towards the backboard. Vanish might find the opening, and he'll stuff it home.
Wow. Immediately Vanish gets this read. It rolls down to him, and he shoots it. Zodak so close to getting that save from the corner, but it just barely squeezes in, and they tie it up.
Yeah, and you just got to find those opportunities when you get them. Both these teams very good on both sides of the field. Goals against per game, 3rd and 5th as Mako puts a pass out towards mid. Vanish decides against going for that one. Conundrum's there as well. Now Vanish towards Conundrum there, back towards mid. Taro is up, good save there. Great touch to get around that last attacker. But as I was saying, Bloomington 3rd in defense, Rangers 5th on the offense, 4th and 3rd. So, both in the top half, both in the top few for both of those stats. And it's going to be a defensive battle, but also capitalizing on the mistakes. I don't think either side's going to make too many of them, especially with the Rangers and their pedigree.
Yeah, and Vanish, we talk about the solo plays. Vanish gets the flip reset. He takes that one up to himself. No one there to contest it. Zodak tried to make a play on it, but he executes the flip reset. And Bloomington take the lead.
And that's just a factor with this player that we've seen all season, is just sometimes he can take the game into his own hands. And it's, we've talked about who's the best mechanical player, and my vote still lands with him. We've seen a few other players have some great stuff, Ambrosia, Aostein, even Midas, another new addition, but Vanish has just consistently done such incredible plays and, put the team on his back in some games to make this happen. And that's what he's looking to do here once again, as, Mako is a strong supporting cast. As Taro puts that shot towards the back post, but that one's wide. Latimus back out towards mid, trying to charge this one down, but Mako a booming clear. Team bump there, back in their own zone, but Rangers should be able to survive. It's actually going to take an awkward bounce. Conundrum can't quite read. So Zonak across the net, but now Vanish from a tight angle. That one's going to be inside the net, and Vanish with a hat trick here in game 1.
He's already got a hat trick. It's only been 3 minutes. He wins that 50, follows it up, stays right behind the ball, and dunks Lat to get them a comfortable 2-goal lead. It's been the Vanish show so far.
Yeah, and sometimes it honestly feels like he is unbeatable, because there are some days and some games where it's just every play he goes for, it seems to land. And if you're facing that, good luck. That is a tough opponent to try to play against. But Latimus now on the offensive zone. Conundrum gets a stop there. Now Vanish will carry it up the sidewall. Has Mako at mid, but Taro beats him to that one. So Latimus and Co have a chance to transition out. Thing to mention as well, Taro, the captain of this one, he's very confident his roster plays well together, because, we mentioned this, they've played together all season. As Latimus' shot goes low, they're a team that has that chemistry. Some of those rosters we see switch it up, and Taro, the captain, will make it 2.
Zodak he actually fakes it. He goes to the wall and wins that 50. Taro's ready for it. Vanish isn't, and he's there to get the deficit within 1.
Yeah, and really, it's the things that are discussed all the time about, how do those roster changes matter? How does the captain matter? Things like that are going to, always play into how we take a look at these late season matchups. But so far, these battle going well, as that one's going to go right off the crossbar. A little bit of a dangerous opportunity. A little high is now Vanish in the corner once again. Latimus still carried up the sidewall, boomed away there. Zodak kicks this one forward, and I guess 1 minute remaining, Grape. I got to ask, do you think, who do you think's going to win this game? And, what do you think, are they doing something well? Are they doing something poorly? Who needs to change what, basically?
Hibbing has so much potential. They've had 50 goal, but a possible overcommit. Vanish going to follow it up, and Vanish going to leave that one for Conundrum. With 30 seconds left, Hibbing had a tough time overcommitting in some of their group stage matches online. But Zodak in a team bump, Conundrum effect, back to the midfield. It's gonna get saved out, but Zodak, a lot of boosts. He's got the mid support, but
yeah, that was
in the end, I could not predict.
A great sequence there for Zodak. Gets the demo on the player leaving, and then also gets a full boost in mid, but there was nothing that came off of that one. It was stopped pretty early as Mako puts that one backboard. There might be another one, and Vanish is going to make it 4.
That's his 4th goal. Every single goal scored in this game is from him. Mako, nice backboard pass, shoots it to the left side of the net. 2 seconds left. You would need 2 immediate kickoff goals to get back into this one.
Yeah, and it's basically impossible because you hardly, kickoff goals usually 2 seconds. That one's done and dusted. A huge performance there by the rookie. 4 goals in this one. You got to go to credit his team as well, though. They set him up well for that. An assist to both of those players. Played some defense. Also helped with the offense. You take a look at that. 12 shots as a team. That's the pressure coming into play there.
Yeah, and just to come out like that with that confidence. 4 goals from just 1 player. I mean, it's got to be one of the best single performances he's had, and when it comes to the most clutch moments, it's here.
Yeah.
Right? Game 1 of the semifinals, it's do or die, and you're playing like that. The Maulers are on fire.
Yeah, and the thing is too is he has these games all too often. It's just can he repeat that success in game 2, or do the Rangers have a response there? They put up some good defense, 6 saves as a team. Tara with 3 of them, also with the goals. Captain leading by example there, off the assist from Zodak as well, but it just was not quite enough to make it happen. And we'll have to see if they can recover in game number 2. This is a series that last time, like we said, the most recent matchup, Maulers took that one 3-1. It's a best of 7, so there's more time for the Rangers to warm up into the series, but find yourself down maybe 2-3-0 early on, you're in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, and Hibbing's gonna have to find a way to shut down that man Vanish. He's like literally like the Ambrosia of any team that he's playing. You have to shut him down, or else you give him time and space. No matter how good your defense is, it might just work. Zodak gets the double touch off of that left side post. Coming from the sidewall, off the ceiling, drops down. Couldn't tell who that was for Bloomington, but they go soaring past that one, not having the read there.
Yeah, and that's a big goal there for the side of the Hibbing Rangers. We want to see them score first. We want to see them get a good start into the matches. Latimus could have had a chance there, but just fires that one high and wide. So that'll be taken away by the Maulers, as now back into the offensive zone. Zodak's here again, but Vanish clears off the backboard. Taro kicks that one out. That's going to go right back towards Vanish. Mako's out at mid, but Conundrum might get the shot. Latimus, great save on the goal line there. Mako will put that one towards crossbar if no one is there. Latimus is in the end. That could have been a dangerous spot. We know those double touches. We've seen Vanish, or honestly anybody at this rank can just feast on backboard touches that don't go cleared. As that one's out towards mid, but Zodak clears downfield. Conundrum counterattack into the corner. Vanish is there. Can't make contact with that one. So that one goes by him. A little bit of an overcommit here. They have to be careful. Maulers don't want to get counterattacked with low boost because Vanish is still not doing great on the boost regards. And he'll actually carry this one forward. Might have a chance. He's going to keep on going for this play out towards mid. Conundrum, can he follow it up? No, another stop there. The Rangers playing good defense from in front and behind the ball here so far.
Yeah, and Vanish just showing that control with 0 boost too as well, just to stay behind it, go for that 50. Even though they're down here, they are putting on some great pressure. And here's a pass that goes over Vanish, back to Mako. Zodak, a touch into the midfield. Conundrum actually doinks it backwards, maybe looking for a back pass or just a miss, but a miss from Vanish, and Zodak's gonna get his 2nd goal. And Hibbing are gonna go up by 2.
Yeah, so now it's just hold on to this lead. You see Latimus, that's a great pass out mid. Notices Zodak on the far side, knows where his teammates are, knows where the opponents are, puts it in a perfect spot. Zodak takes that any day of the week. That is a team play, and that is what we need from the Rangers. We see them actually the best team in the league at assists percentage. 81% of their goals have assists, and then 1.9 assists per game. So, they're a team that likes to do those team plays, and that's a big part of their identity. And that's, I believe 2 for 2 actually only 1 for 2 in this one, but they were 2 for 2 in the game prior. So now it relies on the Maulers. Can they find a way back into this one? They still have 3 minutes to work with, so if they can get something rolling, I can definitely see them coming back into this one. But Rangers playing a good start to this one as Mako will boom that one downfield. Latimus chips that far side. Conundrum out towards mid once again, but 3 defenders in front of that one. Vanish is not going to win that 50. So now Mako wins that one back towards the far side. Taro touch into the corner. Conundrum drops that back. Mako out towards mid. Lattice will clear it far side. Taro chases this one down. Gets kind of an awkward touch. Should have Zodak there. Great touch on the ground, actually, but Mako wins the next one. Vanish up towards the ceiling. Latimus off his own backboard. And, you know, the Rangers so far here, at least midway through this game, it feels like they're shutting down those mid plays pretty well. It's actually the moment I say it. The one they finally don't stop, and Mako finds a goal.
Look at this recovery conundrum effect. He got the flip reset off the ball, and he recovers to the wall, and he puts it mid for Mako, and he puts that one into the back of the net. A great shot from him, too, but wow, what a pass.
As now lead is cut back to 1. Mako's going to have a chance here. Great response from the captain of the Maulers. Like you said yesterday, had such a incredible performance in the group stage here yesterday against this roster, so he would definitely love to repeat that as Mako gets that cut right around mid. Taro, a little bit of a double commit there, so Vanish back towards the far side. Mako might dish it back, but Zodak reads it. Could have been a dangerous spot. Conundrum, now he's going to fire that one towards the post. That's going to pop back out towards mid. Mako and Vanish both there. Taro actually might be the first one to it. He does kind of 50 that one just straight back, but Vanish dunks over top of Zodak. Could probably just try to get a pass towards mid if he has enough time. Right there, Conundrum is there. That one's crossbar. Can Mako finish? He waits there. Couldn't read the bounce, and the Rangers get away with that one. It was an awkward mistake, but Mako takes a chance at net once again. Conundrum with a chance towards the front post. Taro a save off the backboard. Well done there. Captains of both sides showing up big here in game number 2. Minute 19, not too much left in this game, but the Maulers still have chances. Just can they convert?
You know, they've had the opportunities, and they had that great pass. Lat with the double. Zodak's there. He gets a good 50. Taro. He's going to send that one off the backboard. That's going to put that one back in. You know, they've got the lead. They just don't want to – they want to balance how much they try to send that first man to get rid of Vanish. But in the end, you don't want to double commit, so you got to play safe here, but not too safe.
Yeah, I don't think we saw it there as Latimus gets a dunk towards the back post. Great play there by Latimus. Makes it 3-1.
Goes for that double and gets a 50 under Mako, and it makes it hard for Vanish. Goes into the top right corner, bounces up there. Everyone knows the tower shot is unsayable.
I was going to say just before that, on the defensive end for the Rangers, it looked like Vanish or I think it was Mako, one of those two players, both short names, so it's a little hard to distinguish sometimes, was going to have a shot potentially on the open net, but there was a bump from behind. So that's something that we didn't get to catch on the stream, but I saw a player just come flying across the screen there sideways, and I'm fairly certain it was a bump as Zodak goes for the bounce shot. Taro off the ceiling. But this one looks like it should be a resurgent game number 2 here for the Rangers. As I say that, Mako has a chance. That one's crossbar and away. My goodness, Rangers, you are playing on the thinnest of margins here. But at some point, they're making it work, and unless they have a meltdown in the last 10 seconds, they'll tie the series at 1. Conundrum tries once more. Vanish might go up for this one. He's going to drop it out towards mid. A great touch there. Mako was in the spot, but that will fall. And a much improved game number 2 here for the Rangers. You know, in this one, it was a very much so a team effort. You see everyone putting up some stats. You know, even Taro, bottom of the team, an assist, a save, and you know there was some crucial clears, some crucial midfield battles we saw him go for that don't get credited on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and as you said, a much stronger game 2 from Hibbing. They take this one by 2. See those passing plays come out from Hibbing, and for the Maulers, when you don't have a 4-goal performance from Vanish, they had one from Mako, an assist from Conundrum, but other than that, it's a complete opposite game without Vanish, you know, at his peak.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like he used all that energy in game number 1 with this one, but we'll have to see what happens here. Now, game number 3, these two teams tied 1 apiece. That's the spot where the Rangers wanted to be. Maulers would have loved to take that lead, but I mean, we saw a similar kind of script play out last time where the Maulers, at least I believe that's how it went. I think the Maulers won game 1, Rangers game 2, and then Maulers back-to-back to finish the series. Now in this one, can we see the Rangers continue that success, or will Bloomington find that once again? I think another part of it too is, you know, Vanish can make those solo plays happen, but he has to be put in the position a little bit by his team. And also, you know, there is the discussion to be made as well of sometimes his teammates don't get passes, but even if they're just there to pressure, there to make some mistakes happen, that could be a big part of it. As here we see Vanish go for an early flip reset goal, gets that one low towards the back post, but Latimus saves it out and away. And with game number 3 coming up here, Grape, you know, are you thinking it's going to be another Vanish show? Do you think it's the Rangers as a team? Do you think it's maybe Mako having another signature game?
No, Hibbing is doing a really good job of shutting him down, like I was saying pregame. You know, got to take out that threat, and with the team plays, but an overcommit, it's a wide open net, and it's going to go straight in for Conundrum Effect.
And
an overcommit from Hibbing that, you know, we look back on in some of the online group stage matches. Conundrum Effect putting that one into the back of the net, and they take the lead.
Yeah, and if Latimus had connected on that one, it would have been a great shot out opportunity, but you got to just, you know, honestly, I don't blame Latimus too much for that. I think I blame the pass more. It was just, it's one of those ones where you're putting your teammate, they basically have to go for that, because Latimus goes back on defense, he's way out of position, he's in a 1v2 or 1v3, whereas, you know, he challenges that one, he might win the 50 or at least stall out a little bit to let the other players come back in. But another fake there. Conundrum, you know, I'm glad to see him starting to wake up a little bit more. It's a player who we haven't seen as much from in it. You know, he has that ability. It's just it never seems to quite get unlocked when he's playing with this roster. I think it's honestly partially because Vanish and Mako are just such all-stars in their own right that, you know, it can be hard to be the third player without, you know, just looking a little bit dull compared to them.
Yeah, and see Vanish play that one over to Mako, looking for the double, but Taro big clears. Anyone down there for Hibbing? No. You know, Hibbing going for those team plays, but a simple shot. It's going to be saved by Mako. Got to get that one a little bit higher. But Zodak, a pass back. Lat's ready for it, though. And Hibbing hang on, but they got to keep going for those passing plays because they've been working.
Yeah, and that was another great play there. That pass down by Mako to find Vanish midair, almost redirects in the right direction. That's a shot on net there. Vanish puts that one off to the side. Mako will clear, so minute 45 in. The only goal, the difference so far is the one from Conundrum. As now Vanish takes that one from range. Taro gets up just in time. Good save there once again. Now up towards the ceiling. Taro on the sidewall. He'll send that one forward looking for his teammate, but Vanish cuts that one off. Might get a second touch as well. That's going to go towards net. Mako following it up. If Vanish had boost, he could have gotten that one there, but uses all of it on the second touch. Now Zodak will take this forward. He'll try to send that one back in. Latimus up for a shot as well. That's going to go high towards the ceiling. Those can be dangerous. Conundrum misses that one. Hangs on the goal line. Mako gets in there in time. Zodak in with the shot as well. Conundrum recovers well to get that one out of danger for now. Latimus dives in, tries to get a bump as well. Halfway through this one, it's been a very back and forth game, but the overcommit, like you said, or, you know, that kind of that awkward play there is dangerous. And I'm worried. The Rangers have almost had it happen once or twice more, but thankfully there was one shot that just went wide, and then another time no boost, so nobody could recover. You know, and it's capitalization by the Maulers as that's out towards mid once again. Taro drops it down. And I guess, you know, trying to avoid those overcommits, is there anything else you can do as a team, do you think, to try to, you know, kind of squash that tendency?
It's kind of difficult when you're trailing, right? You need to have kind of an aggressive third man when you get to this point. Zodak off the backboard. They're having the chances. The 50 is going to go in from Taro. And they're going to equalize. That's just what they need, just to keep that backboard presence there. Zodak's been doing a really good job of those 50s on the backboard. And Taro dunks that one through into the top right, and they equalize.
Yeah, that one should have been stopped. All three players on defense against the, I think, what, two attackers there, but really only one once that pass went towards the back post. Vanish is going for this one, a little bit of an air dribble. Taro clips that one back behind him. Now Mako drops that one down, looking for Conundrum. Shot there, but pair of defenders in the way of that one. Now a 1v2. No. Vanish stops up there. Taro going for something a little bit too fancy. I would say save that for maybe if you're winning by a couple of games, not in a hard-fought game 3 like this, but to each their own. Is now under 90 seconds. Latimus on the sidewall. He's got Taro behind him, but Vanish will come in and win that 50. Zodak up for this one, but it won't get a good touch. Mako, he'll have a chance for a double touch, but wide, high and wide on that one. So Taro gets an easy touch. Conundrum back there. Vanish high into the corner. Vanish gets the flip reset, but really not a dangerous angle there. Once again, it's so hard to get power if you're not coming off the wall from that side.
Yeah, and you know, he tried to put that one back in, but that pass was so much towards the corner that he couldn't get that ball direction and speed / height to, you know, work with him. But in the end, nothing comes out of it, and they go back on offense. Mako shot saved by Lat. 40 seconds left. You know, Zodak's 50s have been super beneficial for Hibbing so far. might want to keep him, you know, as first man.
Yeah, and that was a weird touch there by Conundrum, but fortunately it doesn't go into anywhere too dangerous, as now Vanish will drive down on this one. Latimus tries to send this one out towards mid. Should have the air dribble, but Mako meets him there. Zodak, now with 15 seconds remaining, someone trying to get this last second game winner. Otherwise, we will see our first overtime of the series. I think we had about 3 earlier on as Latimus shot there, and that one's well wide. All 3 defenders in there, and this is a lower scoring affair from what we've seen previously, but it felt like both teams are focusing a little bit more on the defense as Taro touches that one. Latimus might have had a chance there, but was not in the right spot. So overtime game number 3, I gotta ask you, who do you think this favors?
Hibbing have been in a lot of overtimes in their group stage matches, definitely more than Bloomington has been in, and it's gonna show off here. You know, you've got probably the best captain in the league right now as he snipes Taro from the ceiling. Vanish backflips. They're gonna get the bump, and here's another play. Infield pass coming out from Zodak, but no one there for Hibbing. And it's gonna be that simple passing play. It's eventually gonna work.
And it's been interesting too for Bloomington as well, because their rotations have been kind of goofy, but it's been working. You know, that's something where it felt like they really weren't having good rotations, but at some point, if it works, it works. As now Taro gets a chance downfield. Latimus shot there, but that one's going to go wide. A couple players diving on that one in. Taro from the corner.
Taro getting that pass from Lat. He lands in the perfect spot, shoots it behind, I guess in front of Mako. 52 seconds into overtime, the Hibbing Rangers are going to take the lead in the series.
And that one there, Taro, another huge game for this team. Take a look at that, almost 700 points. I think that might have been the second time in this series. 2 goals, 3 saves, 4 shots. Nothing more you can ask of your captain. And again, we talk about those team plays. Take a look at the Rangers. A pair of passes on both of those. We saw that last one. Set up from Latimus, kicks it into the corner. Taro's there, finishing it off. And you know, the Maulers, they've just fallen flat. I don't know if Vanish can really make those solo plays happen once the Rangers realize that that's what is going to be one of the most potent things. The Maulers need to shift to those passing plays if they want to make this happen now.
Yeah, and they've been able to do a decent job so far, except for game 1, shutting down that man, and it's been working. They did overcommit that one time with the open net for Conundrum, but that was their only goal, right? That was a Hibbing mistake. That was not really a positive for Bloomington.
You know, it's good to capitalize on it, but you know, it's not really, you can't replicate that. It's not something that you've done. It's something the opponent did, and you just were able to capitalize. So, also we see them have to put up a lot of defense. 6 saves as a team, 4 there on the side of Mako. Taro puts up 3 as well. So, and both the captains fighting this out, brawling to see who can take this victory in the semifinal, looking to meet up in the grand final with the Lumberjacks. We are in game number 4 now. All we've got left to figure out is, can the Maulers respond in this one? It's really, you know, I think they could come back and win the last 3 in a row, but it would take something quite remarkable here. I think if they lose this one, the momentum is really against them. The first goal in this one is huge.
Yeah, and Hibbing have the series lead, and they get a demo. Only got to take out one. It's an open net. Zodak cleaning the floor as he takes out both defenders, leaves the net wide open. He can walk that right in.
Yeah. And again, a bad start here for the Bloomington Maulers. We need them to do something more here. They need to get something going. Maybe just play a little bit simpler. We see them go for some of these fancy plays, and it does work. But sometimes against the stronger teams, you just gotta, keep it simple. As Conundrum puts a shot there, but that one's just wide. And Latimus will transition. So, Maulers, what do you have to show us here? Can you come back in this one? Tied up early, 2-0, much worse than the 1-1. You've got some momentum going your way if you get the next one. But now, Vanish in the corner. He can't quite win that one. Latimus will, but then stolen away once again by the Maulers. Out towards mid. Conundrum with a demo. That could be another thing, too, is we haven't seen a lot of demos come out in this series. I think the 2 demo goals have both been in favor of the Rangers.
Yeah, and here you see Lat redirect to that backboard, trying to follow it up. A Vanish is going to read him there, and we haven't seen too much physicality either from Bloomington, so might want to spice things up here. Just being there as well for the bump can make a player make a move that they might regret. So I mean, they have to move out of the way at some point.
Yeah, and I guess the thing to mention too is these two teams, not exactly like they use a lot of demos. Rangers at 9th in demos per game, Maulers 6th, so it's not a lot of options. There was a chance there in the corner, but unfortunately that one goes away. Now Taro might have a chance at this one, just a little too high. Had most of the net open for him. Defender was not quite ready, but could not convert, so that keeps a lifeline in this one for the Maulers right now. Zodak will carry this one downfield towards the back post, trying to finish that one away. As now Mako sends that one back towards mid. Taro intercepts that one. He's kind of playing monkey mode here, but it's working. They're able to put this pressure on the Maulers, and they've struggled to break out of their zone.
The midfield pass comes from Zodak. Yeah, he can just go off that ceiling, get his flip, challenge it from a better angle as well. He can cover anything that's below him and over him. But a miss on the goal line from Mako, and Zodak is gonna punish them. Hibbing, they take the lead. Taro getting it past 2. What a pass to the midfield from Taro to Zodak. Wow.
And that one's really hard to read. I feel for the Bloomington Maulers defense, but at some point, you know, consolation from the caster doesn't mean anything if you're eliminated from playoff contention. 2:46 left. You got over half the game, but last 2 games you've scored a combined 2 goals. That last one, a mistake by the Rangers. The one prior, I don't remember what is. Now Conundrum might have a chance at this one. That's off the post, vanishing there. That one's off the crossbar. Oh, unfortunate couple of misses for the Maulers. Tough angles to hit, but you gotta make something happen. Good bit of life though, as now Mako will boom this one downfield. Zodak's there, he'll send it into the corner. Gets the full boost as well, so Mako has to rotate with 0. Vanish tries to intercept there, slows him down for a moment, grabs the full. Back in the corner once again, here is Conundrum. 50s against Taro, but that's not a great spot. That more so favors the Rangers, I guess, until Mako comes in and steals that one away. As now he's going to win that 50 there. Good job by Taro to not get overcommitted. As now Vanish shot there, and that one's wide. Another opportunity for the Maulers that they need to finish. You're getting gifts from the Rangers, as now that's going to be an open net. And the mistake on the offense by the Maulers. Vanish gets taken out by Latimus. Another demo goal. Rangers 3-0.
Vanish was third man there. He tried to just get a nice big touch, but in the end that one's going to Taro either way if he gets demoed or not. But he gets absolutely taken out of the pitch, and 3-goal lead for Hibbing with 1:40 left. Bloomington, they gotta find some sort of spark to ignite their offense.
Yeah, and the good news is they still have one more game to work with, but I really don't, you know, that's about the thinnest silver lining I can put on. As Latimus drops that back, Mako saves. Taro might go up for this one, tries to drop it down. Zodak there as well. Thing to mention as well, we had Taro, that one's going to be just wide right off the post. Well, we had Taro with a huge game last time, but this time, you know, look at this. Team game in all mentions of the word has vanished out towards mid, and Mako will make it happen. Finally, some life from the Maulers, and this is a play that they created themselves.
Got Vanish. Wow, hit going off the ceiling after that first touch. Hits it down to Mako. And that man is just so explosive with the ball. You need to have him have it more. You need to give him those opportunities, and they can get back in this series.
Yeah. So now, 1:05, that's the problem, though, is like that might just be a goal that looks good on the stat sheet because you need some more offense to get going here. As now Vanish has a chance, but not quite. As now Conundrum sidewall, no boost, but gets a good 50. Back the other direction, Mako has to charge in on this one. Those passing plays where Vanish can just bang it off the backboard a couple times might work, because that's going to be a miss there out towards mid. Taro drops it low, but Vanish, unfortunate touch there. Don't think that was on purpose. As Taro sends that one back towards net. Vanish is there. Time starting to run low once again, as now Latimus out towards mid. Zodak should be there. He puts that one wide. Might be a chance for a 2v1 here the other way, but a great stop there by Taro, and he'll knock that one back into the zone. Latimus finds an open net. Taro puts a shot on net there, and a slow roller. Once again, the demos are being a huge part of this. Taro clears out a player in the midfield, and the rotations are gone.
Yeah, he just puts it in. He goes ahead of his teammate, lets him have the free ball, control it, do whatever, set up a pass, goes for that demo, takes out the defender. All he's got to do is put it on net. Doesn't need much speed, as that one just kind of falls slowly in. 15 seconds left. Hibbing, they're looking like they're going to take this game.
Yeah, I think they have this one basically in the bag. It's just Do the Maulers have anything for us in Game 5? They have a chance. They're still not eliminated. That's the benefit of the best of 7. You've got 4 games to lose, but that's your last chance at it here. You're going to have one more opportunity. See if you can make it happen, but we'll focus on the Maulers in a bit. Right now, look at this Rangers game. Taro again the top of the scoreboard, but just a beautiful scoreboard from them. Everyone with a goal, everyone with an assist, 3 saves, 9 shots as a team, so 4 for 9. That's excellent shooting percentage, about 45%, well above the average for any team. And Maulers, they finally get a goal, but you need more.
Yeah, Taro, I know he's had 2 goals of 3 of the 4 games. I did not catch his Game 2 performance, but he's definitely had the most goals as the captain for the Rangers, and whatever, they're not overcommitting, and the Maulers, they have to earn their goals. It seems like the Rangers, they're also doing a good job of earning their goals. 3 assists out of the 4 shots. The physicality in this game was on another level for the Hibbing Rangers. 2 of their goals at least came from from removing that last defender with a bumper a demo, and it just leaves the net wide open.
Yeah, that was like you said, the physicality, that's a huge part of it, and that gives them another victory there. One more required here for the Rangers to send them to the grand final. They would love that date with the Lumberjacks later this afternoon, and that would actually be interesting as well as, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that would mean we would actually have 2 franchises with 2 teams in the finals. It would be the Timbers in MNRS and then the Lumberjacks. So the Bemidji already has 2. They already have 2 players in. And then the Rangers, if they make it here, they would join the Outlaws, also being in the grand finals. That, of course, being the CLMN roster for Hibbing. So, some franchise pride, some team pride on the line here, along with a chance at that grand final. Game number 5. What do you have for us, Bloomington Maulers?
They've got to stay composed, right? You're coming off of a few tough losses, pretty large margins in the goals scored. Ooh, is Lat.
And there you don't see the demo happen, but Taro puts some pressure on his Vanish. That's a demo in the other direction. Maybe they noticed, hey, we're kind of getting overran with the demos on our end. Maybe we can use it to our advantage here. I think the other thing is actually Mako gets a great dunk there, but can't finish it. There's been opportunities like that where it's so close to going in, but they just can't finish it on the goal line, and it hurts. But thankfully right now you didn't get demoed on defense, so there's still an opportunity here. Taro shot there. Conundrum, another demo. I think it's more than we've seen all series out of the Maulers in game number 1. Just about minute 15 into this one. Vanish gets the shot there, but that's a miss now. Zodek will pass that one forward, finds Latimus, and that's going to go towards the back post.
And a miss from Mako in the midfield leaves the ball wide open. Zodek finds Lat.
And great awareness there by both of the Rangers players to know that, Zodek to see Latimus coming out of that corner, Latimus to be ready for that pass, knows he has to put it towards the back post, but those mistakes cannot happen. You are fighting for your life in this series, and mistakes like that are really just absolutely brutal to try to deal with. As Taro takes this one downfield, Mako towards the sign wall. That goes out and away now. Zodek, he'll send this one towards the backboard, down low, Vanish. I think if the Maulers can keep this at a 1-goal game for a while, they'll be okay. It just requires them, don't concede another one, don't fall farther behind, because I think you're in a 2-goal hole, you're gone. I think you're done and your season is over.
Yeah, and they don't have Calster sitting behind them. They need a Calster sitting behind them, I'm pretty sure, at this point, because they need to come back. It's possible with Bemidji and Calster, but they don't have a hype man. Someone's got to get up there. Someone's got to save them.
As Veltri could have been that player there. I don't know where he is at today. Unfortunately, not able to be a part of this roster into the till of the season, but Vanish, a great pickup. As Latimus puts a shot there, that one's just off the crossbar. Taro takes a chance as well. Mako should have the clear. He does, but Zodek intercepts shy of the midline. Now Mako carrying this one away, gets it past 1, fighting with Latimus in the corner. Drops it low, so Taro's going to be a little bit awkward. Mako, God, great play there by Taro. Just fantastic work on the sidewall. It feels like they were lost in game 1, but since then they have been such a solid team here. As that one's out towards mid, Taro will boom this one downfield. Latimus is already there, drops it back towards mid. The passing play, Zodek couldn't quite finish on the end of that one. Now Mako charges in as well. Conundrum on the sidewall. Latimus another pass out towards mid. Zodak low. Great stop there by Vanish. Gets the full boost as well, so he might have an opportunity. Gets it past 2. Latimus has to chase this one down. A great touch in the corner. Now Mako. That's out towards mid. We'll leave it for Conundrum, but he can't find that one. Zodak down once again. Mako into the corner. Latimus leaves that one for Taro. Great call there. Great teamwork. The comms, you can see it in the gameplay that they're definitely communicating. They're feeling it. The chemistry is there because we talked about that early on. You know, this team has been together all season, so it's definitely a huge advantage to have that going into this postseason. But now 90 seconds left. It's still the 1-goal game that I think does give an opportunity for the Maulers, but we need to see some more team play, some more action, something that gives us some faith in them. There's opportunity there once again for Mako, but now Conundrum, he'll have a chance at the net, but that one just way too wide. You need to put that one in the center of the net or just hard towards that back post, but it's away from net as Latimus gets an awkward touch there, but actually keeps it in the zone so Zodak can possess. Conundrum going towards the back post. That one's off the post there. Vanishes in, and that's a goal now. Maulers finally get a response of their own.
Yeah, and they're waiting for that Hibbing mistake. I mean, that bounce just so close, bounces perfectly out to Vanish, who's waiting patiently for that post bounce. And he strikes it into the back of the net with 1 minute remaining. They needed a goal. A goal's a goal. That was so important to keep them in this one. But they're getting the team bump, but they actually outplay Hibbing.
And for the first time today, we actually hear some fans cheering on the Maulers. That might be a little bit of a spark for them here. Get them some momentum. Say, hey, we've got some people who are here for us, some cheering us on, because I think the Lumberjacks in that last series, hearing the crowd go absolutely nuts in game number 5 was a huge part of getting them back into that series. It definitely gives you a kind of, you know, it lifts you up. It gives you some faith going into the tail end of the series. Zodak cuts that one off at mid, but that's off the post. Latimus will find it. Disaster for the Maulers there.
Taro snipes Zodak. Conundrum going for boost, tries to get there, but Latumos actually shoots it under Vanish there. As he tries to make a heroic save, you have to credit that shot placement too, because, I mean, Vanish is totally there, but he shoots it underneath him. I mean, what a placement shot.
Yeah, so now it's 20 seconds. You have no time left in this one. If that can go out towards mid, that's a great spot, but no, that's stopped there. Vanish, good 50 in the corner, has Taro to fight with as well. Vanish there is going to kick that one out towards mid, finds Conundrum. That shot is wide, saved by Zodak. Mako in the corner, Zodak will send it forward. Vanish or Conundrum has to turn, someone can. Now Zodak just has to kill this one. Conundrum can't keep it up. And opportunities there for the Maulers, but the Rangers showed that pedigree, showed their strengths, able to put that one away. A beautiful victory for them, and they're heading to the grand final.
Yeah, they're going to be going up against the Bemidji Lumberjacks in the grand finals, but so many chances for the Maulers. They got so close. They just needed 1 goal to go, and they got that nice post bounce out to Vanish. But other than that, they had other opportunities that could have tied or even won them the game. And at this stage, the Rangers playing like they are now, you have to capitalize on every chance you get.
Yeah. So unfortunately for the Maulers, that is where their season will come to an end. Another great series. This one, honestly, you know, it was pretty tight for most of it. A couple of big blowout games. It was just the Rangers playing so incredibly well here on LAN. Like we heard from Taro, you know, they're a team that they weren't too concerned about going 1-2 in that group stage. They were kind of saying, you know, those were kind of just some warm-up games, getting back into the flow. We'll be ready for the best of 7 in the semifinal and go from there. But for now, that is it. We will have the next thing for the day will be our grand finals. Our first one of the day. We have 3 coming up today. The first one will be the St. Cloud Stealth versus the Bemidji Timbers for MNRS. That one's shaped up to be huge. Number 5 seed versus a top team in the league. I'm excited for it. I'm certain you are.
Oh, 100%.
We're going to send it to a break, but stick around. We'll have some more Rocket League coming at you in just a bit. St. Cloud Stealth and Bemidji Timbers.
All right, and just a quick announcement for the audience. This is a good time to grab some food, relax. We're going to have some really hype matches coming up, so save your energy, get your fuel in. In the back rooms over on the side, we actually have poster boards with markers and stickers. Create signs for your favorite teams. I want to hear everybody cheering as loud as possible. I want to see those signs high up in the air. So this is a good opportunity. If you want to make a sign for your favorite player, for your favorite team, or staff member, make sure to go in there and make a sign, and we'll see you very shortly.
skeleton. Better work, better play, found some better love. Gotta dive head first, can't be scared of love. You shy, you a diamond when pressure come. And we ain't sweating none, we the one proposing a toast all in the restaurant. When you make it this far, is it ever done? Good news, the best is yet to come. Big dreams and bright lights, long days and past nights, chasing what I like. Here's to the little light. Baby, have no fear. Now the moment's here. Let's enjoy this crazy ride. Just like before, my spirit coming up. What do you talk for? It never makes up beyond the shore. Take it to the top, no fear no more. No fear no more. Take it to the top. We'll take it to the top.
Bing Chilling. Bing Chilling.
Rise, you rise, we rise together. I fly, you fly, we fly forever. This time we win like we knew we would. This one's for me and you. Just like before, my spirit coming up. What do you talk for? It never makes up beyond the shore. We'll take it to the top. No fear no more.
All right, everybody, we're going to be starting the grand finals in just about 18 minutes and 30 seconds. So let me real quick hear it for your Bemidji Timbers and your St. Cloud Stealth. I just want you to know that we got markers and posters and stickers and all kinds of stuff. I want you to go make some signs. We got some right there and in the other room so you can hold it up so they can see just how much you love them and want them to win. Go play some games with Minnesota Esports Club or like hang out. It's going to be really fun. What? I have colored pencils. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there were any 4-year-olds here. But I could maybe go find some. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. In case you are wondering who this guy talking is, I'm Isidore, and we're going to have a great time. Also, we're going to do a couple more giveaways. Thank you to Version 1 for providing some awesome t-shirts and stickers and stuff for us. Thank you to Karan for letting me steal his job for about 2 minutes. And yeah, let's go. Also, give Ambrosia a hug if you see him.
come home. No one knows we are further than you know.
Three minutes on the clock. We're getting close. Make sure to wrap things up. Get those posters made. Grab your seats. It's about to get real.
Faint lights in the distance, the thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fall, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. Blind eyes in the darkness, frail hands reaching out, sword echoes in the smoke as the doors behind me close. No cure for the madness, each turn tangled in the fear of losing sight of the slowly fading light. Passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth.
Alrighty, are we ready for the grand finals to kick off? Alright, nah, I'm gonna need something better than that. Are we ready for the grand finals of the MNRS? There we go. Now, it is time. This match determines how the whole season plays out for the MNRS. These teams have been battling out, had to play through some very difficult semifinal matches, but we're here today. We got the Bemidji Timbers over on the left side of stage. And, you know, when I asked them something unique about their team, they call themselves beautiful. I think they're beautiful. So we got the beautiful Bemidji Timbers. and the St. Cloud Stealth over on the right side of stage. And when asking them something cool about their team, I would say they're pretty cool. So with that, we're going to get started with our MNRS matches. Get hyped, get ready. We got Mexi and Fright Cabbage casting. This is going to be a good one. Let's get it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MNRS Grand Finals. We are here. We are live. Fright Cabbage alongside Mexi. Welcome to the booth, Mexi. Great matchup you get to come join me for. Timbers and St. Cloud Stealth, both teams doing quite well right now. The St. Cloud Stealth, the real surprise into the postseason here. Number 5 seed coming into the playoffs, but they fought their way in. They had that Game 7 overtime, 8.5 minutes long in the play-ins just to make it into the group stage. Then a 7-game series against the Embers. Timbers had a little bit easier. They ended up in the number 2 seed. They had to play only in the group stage where they only went 1-2, but then a sweep of domination over the Monarchs. You know, it's going to be a great matchup, but what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good matchup. You know, we have the St. Cloud Stealth. They've come a long way. 5th in the rankings in the regular season. So making it this far is very impressive. Bemidji and Timbers, you know, seeing Quack come in midway through the season and bring his team all the way to the finals, it's very impressive to see them here too. And it seems like they're second in mostly everything with stats.
Yeah, it was fortunate for them that the Embers got eliminated by the Stealth, because that was a big thing there. That would have been I think a tougher matchup. But honestly, I don't know anymore, because the Stealth, I've heard that some of the players who were on these rosters did not want to play the Stealth in that first round. It was like, I would rather play the Monarchs, the Timbers, even the Embers instead of the Stealth, because they've just been on such a roll. And a big part of why they struggled this season is because they had issues getting everyone in there for the game days. It was a lot of Renbo, Benny, and then Quick Horizon, or Benny Tactics Quick Horizon. They never seemed to have that full lineup there and ready to go. You know, it was just unfortunate there, and they ended up the season with a 1-4 record, but you know, they made it into the postseason. They squeaked their way in. They were able to make it happen and get here to the LAN finals. So, you know, they are kicking and they're ready to go.
Yeah, one of the most impressive overtime wins by the Stealth this season to make LAN. I'm excited to see them here. You know, they finally have a full roster. They got to be here, you know.
Yeah.
So let's see if they show up today.
Well, and the thing is, too, is actually this was the first, or, you know, this group stage, I think, was the first time we saw the 2 starting lineups go head-to-head for these 2 teams, because the Timbers won in Week 6 when I don't think they had this, you know, the stacked lineup they have now. Yeah. And then Week 14 was a forfeit because the Stealth couldn't field a team. So, you know, it's questions about that. But then when they met in the group stage, Stealth with a clean 3-0 there. So that is a great performance for them. You know, these 2 teams both trying to get a crown for, I believe, nobody in this roster or nobody in either one of these teams has won a championship before, so it would be a huge thing for them. And like you mentioned earlier when we were talking, the Timbers and Bemidji as a whole, they have struggled to find success in MNCS across 4 seasons, and so, you know, a victory here would be something. They have another shot at a trophy later with the Lumberjacks in MNCS Grand Finals, but yeah, you know, just that question of can they finally capture a trophy.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, Bemidji, they're fighting for a double championship here. It'll be nice to start off the day, especially for MNCS, to see the MNRS team for Bemidji win this. But, you know, St. Cloud, actually both these franchises, at least in MNCS, have been losing franchises. So to see them in the grand finals is amazing.
And the other thing for the Stealth, too, is this is definitely kind of a pattern for future teams, because it's something, you know, I had written them off going into the postseason. I was like, no way they're going to end up making it into the grand final. No way they're going to do that well, even make it to LAN potentially. But they showed me, they said, hey, we knocked off the Twins. We fought hard for that one, and they've been just blazing a trail ever since. So there's really, you know, any team can make it happen. Day by day, you play game by game, you make it to the playoffs. Anything can happen from there. But I got to get your prediction now before we get this underway. We've got all players. Timbers versus Stealth. What are you thinking? Who's going to win?
Oh, man, this is a hard one. I think this is going to go to the distance, you know, but I feel that Bemidji with Quack coming in and then Tibbles being as successful as he is, I see Bemidji on top like 4-3.
Yeah, the difficult thing here is St. Cloud Stealth have no one behind them, but on the other side they have Calster. The Lumberjacks have Calster behind them, who we saw his effect in that Lumberjacks matchup where they were down 3-1, and then they came back and won the next 3 with him behind them. Maybe it's just the team coming together, but I think it has to be at least somewhat to his credit there. I'm still going to go with the Stealth, though. I think they're able to make this happen. They have been unstoppable recently. We've got all play it players. We've got us ready to go. Game Center, are you guys ready to go? Let's get the players in here. Let's get underway. The MNRS Grand Final, Bemidji Timbers versus St. Cloud Stealth. Find out who will take home the Season 4 MNRS crown. We'll see the Timbers in home. In blue is Quack, Tibbles, and Dragons. Starting 3 there. Other side, St. Cloud Stealth, Rainbow, Benny, and Tactics. A couple of teams who have met up 3 times this season, but only once with the full lineups. And Quack, I talked to them yesterday about this as well. He is using the Merc, but that is not meant to be kind of a disrespectful play. He just honestly has played better with the Merc, so he's just stayed with that through the tail end of the season.
Yeah, the Merc's 50s have been incredible. I mean, I saw that dunk from Quack yesterday. It went straight into the net. So I'm not doubting the Merc. That's a great car.
Yeah. We see him underway here. He's going to go for a shot early on. Can't quite connect on that one. Renbo is there, but that's going to be a miss there, and Dragon finds the first goal of the series.
Right off the bat, already a mistake from the Stealth here, as Dragon just able to clean it up from Tactics' mix.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate one there. Those are the mistakes you can't have happen. That's got to be a question of nerves at some point, too. Of course, only 1 goal here so far, but I'll have to see if that plays in. None of these players too terribly experienced with LAN and, the pressure of playoff series of Tactics. A shot on net there. Tibbles forced to make the save. Out towards mid. Benny with a chance. Barred down. Benny.
Great placement by Benny here. Top left. Unsavable. Tibbles hits an unfortunate touch to the corner, and Dragon a little out of position to make that save, and they tie up the game.
And we were joking about this yesterday, too. Benny does technically have home field advantage. We are in Roseville, and that is where he is from. He's been a huge part of this team's success and just a dominant player this year. I think he's one of the best in MNRS, and, his ranking might not show that, but I feel like he has some of the best impact and has helped the St. Cloud Stealth. They made it into the playoffs only by 1 game, so it was not an easy cruise there by any means, but shot here from Renbo from range. Quack saves that one. Now out towards mid. Looking for Benny once again. That's 50'd. Far side, Quack might take a shot there. That was going to go towards the back post. Rolling in there. Oh, he gets the beautiful roll off the post.
The power of the Merc here. Rembo a little out of position, pushed up. Didn't expect that 50 to go all the way to the side. And Quack just capitalizes on the miss, and he's able to hit it bottom left.
Yeah, so Timbers find the first one, and then they end up dropping that lead, but once again, they take the lead. A high-scoring affair early on here. That's kind of what we expect. Neither one of these teams too great on the defensive end. It's 3rd for the Timbers, so not bad, but 9th for the Stealth, whereas on the offense, we see 3rd and 5th, so they average about almost 5 goals per game on offense and allow about 4 and change, so we expect some high-scoring action as Benny puts that one out towards mid, looking for a teammate, but that's stopped there by Quack. Renbo off the sidewall. Tactics should be there. He will. Puts this towards the backboard. Tibbles. 50 there. That's going to go back towards the net. Off the crossbar. Quack able to put that one away just barely. That was a great 50, but unable to make it work is now Renbo going for the air dribble towards the back post. A little bit too far. Tactics drops that one mid, but that one's stopped away there. 2 minutes into this one, it's some back and forth Rocket League with a lot of chaos.
Yeah. Just great pressure here from the Stealth. They're keeping it in Bemidji's half. And I like the infield passing that I'm seeing. It looks like Bemidji's just trying to capitalize on the misses and the overcommits. But let's see what they can do on offense here.
Tactics passes that one back. Benny puts it off the post and an own goal. I was going to compliment the Merc and how well it did on offense there, but maybe betrays him on defense here.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Tactics. Dragging a little slow to the play. And, unfortunate own goal there. Hopefully they can put that past them and move on.
These two teams neck and neck. It is a grand final. I think most people expect to go all the way to 7 potentially with how these teams have played in the postseason. Timbers definitely want to make it a shorter series, but the Stealth are not going to go down easy as Quack goes for an aerial here, but he can't connect with that one. We'll leave it behind him for Dragon. That's up off the ceiling now. Benny and Tactics both driving forward. Tibbles off the sidewall. Tactics there. Booms that one downfield. looking for someone to be there, but Dragon's the first one there. And I talk with Grape a lot about this when he's behind the desk. The possession touches, where we see players just whip these balls downfield, and it's not that useful as a team.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with Stealth's passing earlier. It's looking very good. That's how they've been able to keep pressure on offense, and it just seems like Bemidji's just throwing it away, and it's just mistake-driven. So I'd like to see some passing from the Bemidji, and maybe they'll generate some goals here.
A couple of misses there, and Benny gets a shot, but a great save by Quack on a net. And, just whipping that possession downfield, too, it doesn't allow you those moments to just relax and breathe. As that's a miss there once again. Tactics puts that one in there, as that one's going towards the far side. Renbo's shot, that one's just wide. Back up towards the ceiling. Quack is there. Quack sending that one forward. There's Tactics as well. A couple players fighting on this one. As now Renbo sends this one downfield. They're going to try to chase this one into the corner, out towards mid, looking for a teammate, but no one's there. So back into the defensive zone, and both these teams seem to finally have settled down a little bit as a pass comes mid, but that one's missed. Last minute of this one, do you think the next goal's the game winner?
Yeah, I say so. It just seems like each second man is pushed up a little too far, getting a little too anxious and antsy. And as soon as I say that, Quack capitalizes. Still got a minute left. Tactics, little weak touch, no follow from his teammate, and Quack is just able to punish right into the net.
Yeah, and this is another great goal there. Quack just finding that opening, able to put it in the back of the net. Now with 2 goals, has been the hard carry in this game. And look at that. He has more than his teammates combined and then double it. And there's still something to go. That's a shot towards the back post. A hat trick for Quack in game number 1. What a way to start the series.
Yeah, this man deserves to be in a higher league. I mean, he was in the MNCS the first season, took a little bit of a break, and now he's just making him pay in the MNRS. 4 goals to his name right now. Or I believe 3, I think.
Yeah, but, 792 points. I know Rocket League does not have the best metrics, but that's a pass out for Renbo. Their shot goes a little bit too high. Back out towards mid once again, but Dragon gets the clear. As I said, 3 goals, 4 saves for Quack. He's doing it on both ends of the field, making it happen, as that's a chip out at mid. Tactics should be up. He'll send that downfield. Benny might be there, but Dragon's there first. 30 seconds now. They need to find something on offense. Betty can't make connection with that one, but Tactics can. Shot towards the back post, just wide. Unfortunate there. Now Renbo in the corner fighting for that one. Quack down there booms that away. 10 seconds left. It looks like this might be the end of game number 1, as there might be a chance Tibbles might make it 5, and he does. A mistake there. Benny not happy. Says great pass to himself, and Tibbles will capitalize.
Yeah, I was going to say, Stealth's passing was looking so good. The pressure was looking so good. And they kind of just started giving away all the balls, and then, the Timbers are just capitalizing on every play.
As just about 5 seconds left in this one, it should be done and dusted. The Timbers could add another here, but stopped away there by the Stealth defense. Quack will go for this one. Out towards mid. Tibbles might make it another, but that one will probably just drop. Quack is actually going to keep it up. He's trying to, really kind of play the mind games. He put another goal across the board. Yeah, the Stealth aren't moving. Renbo has to go for the save, drops it down, and almost followed up. Interesting to see those players stop moving at the 0-second mark, not fight for an overtime or, a late game goal, but an explosion on offense. Quack, 3 goals, 4 saves, 3 shots. Absolutely dominant on both ends of the field. Great start for the Timbers.
Yeah, the Timbers are reminding me a little bit of Burnsville, the MNCS team, Not really the flashiest of plays, but every play gets the job done. They take away from possession, and every goal just goes in the back of the net, so. Stealth, they got to be looking for this game. You can't let the Timbers pull away. They have too much hype to their name.
Yeah, they've got a huge contingent of fans here. We always talk about that with the fact that the Bemidji franchise as a whole, they have a lot of that team chemistry between all the players, between fans, between even people who played on the roster in years past, and that's, it's coming through here. But I think the Stealth, we've seen them, they dropped game 1 to the Embers as well. It was a little bit closer, a 2-1 game. I think that was overtime even, but just relax, get back into game number 2. It's a clean slate. You've still got plenty of opportunities here to make this happen, and see if they can regroup.
So we got game 2 here. Timbers up 1-0 in the series. We do have a best of 7 ahead of us.
Yes.
A lot of
I
games.
guess I got to ask, with the stealth on that one, do you think it was, was their offense just being blocked by, by the Timbers because we saw those saves by Quack, or was it just that, we see some dysfunctional offense sometimes? This is actually a shot to the corner.
My.
Quack just snipes the upper 90.
What a play by this man, and what a stance. Off the wall with the Merc top corner. Perfect placement on that ball. What a play from Quack.
Yeah, and what a what a time to find it. Just a heartbreaking way to start game 2. The St. Cloud Stealth. I was going to so back to my question. Do you think it was just great defense or kind of a lack of competent offense on the other side? As I say that, that's going to bounce towards mid. Tactics has a chance. Renbo, they take a shot at it as well. Benny's going to actually hit that towards his own net.
Oh, kind of a freebie for Quack. I was going to say, to answer your question, it seems like they're pushed up too far, and then you're on offense so long, you kind of forget how to play defense, and that last man is just kind of panicking. So,
well, and that one there, it was definitely some panic out of Benny because he had time. If he rotates back into net there, it's going to be a little awkward, but you're not going to own goal it. Whereas he goes for an early touch there, it does not work in their favor. As now Renbo puts a shot there, Benny puts it top shelf. That is a huge response for the St. Cloud Stealth. Steal some momentum back.
Yeah, finally their third man can just come in and bang this. Kind of a risky rotation, but when 2 are in net, I would just push that forward. Betty puts it top shelf.
And an impressive shot there, too, because I thought Tibbles would have had that save. He was in such a good spot, just diving at that one, but was not able to get there. So, back to a 2-1 game. It's a step in the right direction for the Stealth. Now it's just play some strong Rocket League, play together. It's been a frantic first 40 seconds here in game number 2. And if they can play some strong Rocket League level, chances are the shot, but that actually was a little bit more of a fake. 50 there on the far side. Renbo shot from mid. That one saved by Dragon, sends it downfield. Benny's up for this one. Good touch. Into the corner, gets it around Dragon as well. Now Tibbles, he misses that one, but no boost there for Benny, so that's stopped there. Renbo booms that one towards net. That's going to go off the ceiling, and that one's in. Rennie ties it at 2.
Yeah, Renbo, they get the dunk, and they get the reward. Nice little solo play there from Renbo.
As we are back tied up at 2 apiece, this is a explosion of offense from both sides in game number 2 here. Is now Dragon, he'll try to carry the Timbers forward. As I talk about, too, the semifinals these teams played, the Timbers, we saw their offense there. Across that series, they scored 15 goals as Tactics is going to find an opening, and the Stealth have a lead.
These are some great solo plays coming out from the Stealth. They had Renbo first, and then Tactics gets a touch up, and then he has so much time to delay his flick and get it over to the last man. And now they're capitalizing on all these 1v1 plays.
As now Benny might have a chance as well. He's going to put a soft touch back towards the backboard. Tactics is up. That 50 drops into the corner. So the thing is now for the Stealth is you got to play with the lead, but you can't play too dangerous because this is, I don't see the final score of this game being 3-2. I think there's 2, 3, 4 goals at least in the rest of this game because we're only about 2 minutes in as Quack puts that towards the back post. Tactics there. What do you think is most important here for the Stealth? How do you really protect this lead but not get too passive and just open yourself up to that suffocating offense?
Yeah, I just think they need to keep the rotation going. They've had 2 people forward constantly, and when the second man's not hitting that shot, you got to not panic on defense as third man and just hold the line. So I think defense has got to be key here for the Stealth, especially when holding this lead to try to win the second game here.
Yeah, and that's the composure part of it too, is Quack is used to, no disrespect to the Stealth or any MNRS, but a shot by Tibbles. Renbo, great save in net there. Just barely able to reach back and grab that one. But as I was saying, Quack and potentially even Tibbles used to a little bit of a faster pace of play, so they're a little bit more comfortable, and that can make some of these other players very, they just panic and they go for some touches that aren't really that useful. But we've got 2:15 remaining, still a 1-goal lead in favor of the Stealth. Tactics out at mid, he'll touch this one now. Dragon's there, he booms this one off the sidewall. Benny might have a chance for a shot and gets the 50 on Dragon. Quack sends that one downfield. Renbo's a little bit too far forward. That's going to go towards the post. Dragon with the pinch, but that one stays out. Tactics clears it on the far side. Tactics out towards mid. Renbo's there. Shot from range. A boomer.
Renbo, what a great transition. Tactics waiting on the wall for that third man to bait him in. and Rembo's there for the shot, pounds it in. No one back for the Timbers on that play, and they capitalize.
And a great pass by Tactics on that one. Able to get that one off of the sidewall and just dish it out mid. And then Renbo in mid booms that one 75 miles per hour. That is crazy fast. No one's reaching back on that one. As now Tactics almost gets another one here, but stopped just outside the box by the defense. Now here's Benny. He'll pull away on that one. Make sure to not get too aggressive here. This 2-goal lead is something you have a little bit of a cushion to play with, but don't want to give that away. As now Tactics, he'll carry forward on offense once again. Down into the corner, Tibbles is there, beats it past one. Renbo is trying to rotate back, Tibbles is there, Tibbles gets the shot, and overcommit once again.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The overcommits are committing them. They're sending too many people forward, especially with the lead. And Tibbles finds the gap in the defense. And they're coming back with this one. 3-4, it's only a 1-goal differential.
And this is what I honestly expect. We've seen matches between these two teams, not a ton, but we've seen how these teams can play. And the Timbers, they like to just shut you down, but the Stealth will never really let go. So it was something I was expecting coming into this, just a incredibly back and forth game where you might see runs of 2-3 goals, but then the other team will come back and do the same thing. They don't really bow out of a game. As now Renbo might have a chance pass towards mid, but there was I think a bump there near the goal line. So 1 minute left. Renbo passes out towards mid. Crack there as well. Now Benny on the sidewall. Benny trying to block. He gets that one down.
Nice.
Benny against Dragon. Benny wins that 50 in the corner. Tries to get another one, just wasting time. That's 20 seconds off the clock right there. As now Tactics out towards mid. Renbo shot there. That one's off the post. Good chance as Renbo gets a demo on the retreat. Tibbles can't make the shot on that one. Benny and Renbo a little bit panicky here. Just need to calm down. 30 seconds left. You still have the lead. As Benny kicks that one forward. Renbo there as well. Quack drops that one low. Tactics pinch out towards mid. 20 seconds left. Do you think the Timbers can come back into this one?
I don't know. It seems like the Stealth are holding defense relatively well, not giving away possession as hard. Let's see if they can keep holding these 50s and keep them out of the net.
As that one will roll away, Renbo's going to put one more shot on net. Let that drop into the corner, and the Stealth will take game number 2. Huge turnaround there. They end up with, actually, Rocket League reminds me, Benny had an own goal in this one as well. So that was, really kind of a 4-2 game, and thankfully that doesn't come back to haunt them here. Look at Renbo leading this team, the captain. 2 goals, an assist, a save, and 7 shots. So they go for more of the quantity over quality aspect, but at some point it works. If you're able to put that many shots on net, some of them are going to go through, and that works.
Yeah, I think if they can just keep that pressure on the Timbers, don't give Quack any space. You can see what he can do with open space, and literally the Timbers only scored off solo plays. A couple of good passes, actually, but I think the Stealth, their offense transitions have been better. They had that midfield pass from Tactics to Renbo, and I feel like their offense is opening up.
So we will head to game number 3, tied 1 apiece. It's a very tight game here, and this is what we love to see in a grand final, to see who takes home the crown. Never want to see it be a sweep, and this is some prime Rocket League. Thank you to everyone for being here at Game Center. Thank you to all those at home. We hope you're enjoying it. We're having a great time here as game number 3 now. Big thing is, can the Timbers respond? And, they have to find a way to get back into this series. They definitely weren't out in that one, but that own goal definitely made that seem a little closer than it was. What do the Timbers need to do in this game number 3 from your perspective?
Yeah, I just want to see a team play for them, maybe to spark the crowd here. Dragon, I want to see Dragon get a little more involved. As I say that, a pass from Dragon to Tibbles. Beautiful pass here. Patient gets the boost steal right over the third man, and Tibbles there to clean it up.
Benny just a hair too far behind that one opportunity, but it sounds like they heard exactly what you said there. They put that one away immediately. And again, Timbers start off with the lead. I think last game was about 15 seconds. As now Tibbles, and actually Dragon's going to take that one. And back-to-back passing plays. This is the team you're looking for.
Yeah, you just got to say his name, and then he'll be there. Tibbles, right off the kickoff, going to make it hard for the third man to read, especially when they're rotating back and getting the boost. Such a quick read to get, and they take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, 2-0 early on here. Now it's the Stealth once again playing from quite a hole. They've found themselves behind pretty early on, and that's honestly, we get late into this series. That's going to be a big part of it, in my opinion, is can you stop the bleeding early on, as Benny's going to have a chance at an open net, but Quack, not only the tip, but also the clear. Well done there. Renbo will take this up the sidewall. They're going to pass it out towards mid. Tactics shot low. That's going to roll up the sidewall. Tibbles will slowly take that one away. Tibbles back up off the sidewall. Once again, Dragons there. Pass out towards mid, but Quack easily clears that one downfield. A booming clear once again. That's up off the ceiling. Now Tibbles, he'll charge in on this one. 1 minute gone here. And really the Stealth have hardly broken out of their own zone. Is that, you know, it feels like they're stuck.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really had a chance to play yet. You know, both the goals out of Bemidji have been right off the kickoff, and they really haven't been able to get set with the play. So I think it's going to take some time. I don't think they're done yet. I definitely think they can come back and win this game right here.
Yeah, and again, a good passing attempt there. That's the thing that, you know, we've seen some teams struggle with that, where things start to break down and they only go for solo plays. And, you know, against strong rosters like this, that usually doesn't work out. Sometimes you can get away with it, but more often than not, you're probably going to end up requiring some of those team plays. As Quack goes in on this one, but Benny stops him at midfield. Renbo with a shot attempt. That one's just wide. Dragon off of his own backboard. He'll carry this one forward. Gets stopped there. Actually, a double commit on the side of the Timbers. So Benny will have a chance from the corner, but awkward touch there. Renbo shot from the corner. They will find the front post, and once again, it's the captain of the Stealth coming through when they need it most.
Yeah, just a poor touch off the wall from Dragon. No one there to follow. Renbo pounds it in the back into the net. Those are, you know, those are pretty hard to read. You think in your head as third man when you hit it up off the sidewall that you're going to have a teammate to follow. And sometimes that follow just doesn't come through. And the Timbers are right back in this.
Yeah, but now you just have to be very careful, because the Stealth, you know, you can easily fall behind once again by a margin if you relax too much and let the Timbers too much space in the midfield. We will see them punish that, especially Quack with those passes out towards his teammates as he gets a demo there in net. Dragon shot. A little bit of miscommunication here. Benny actually, that's going to be a double touch. That's just barely in. Just across the line to give it a 3-1 lead.
The ability to read this miss from Benny, it's unexplainable. How does Dragon come up with that read? A nice little generous post there to top it off, too.
Yeah, I was hoping that player would be able to get that touch in from the back post. It's actually Tactics might have a chance, but that's a little bit too high. See if Renbo can finish. They can't, just a little too high. Opportunity once again, and Tibble gets a demo there. That's some great aggressive play here. We've seen the physicality come into play. We saw that in the last semifinal MNCS level between the it was the Outlaws and the Maulers. Actually, it's the Rangers and the Maulers, excuse me. But the physicality can be a huge part of this as Benny drops that one back, looking for some teammates, but the only one there is Tactics, but he's behind that one. Also interesting to mention is that Cal is actually on the side of the Bemidji Lumberjacks, but he plays quite a bit with the at least one or two members of the St. Cloud Stealth, because Benny and Tactics, both good friends of his. So interesting to see him be on the left side of the stage here, even though he has closer friends, I would maybe argue, on the other side.
Yeah, they all went to University of Minnesota Duluth, so
yeah, all
going to the same school. You know, you'd hope they play together, and it's like a family, you know. But
as now Tibbles will charge down on this one, tries to get another pass out towards mid. Quack gets the 50 there, but nobody able to follow it up. Benny, just another touch there that didn't need to go away. He just sends that downfield, not where you want to send that. Dragon, good 50 there once again towards the backboard. Timbers seeming to find their location, but a little bit of an overcommit here, and Tactics will make it back to a 1-goal game.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate play for the Timbers. Tibbles was trying to pass this mid to Quack there, and then Dragon was still on the rotation back, and when that 50 comes through, it's just considered an overcommit.
As now 1:12 remaining, there's still a chance. It's just, the next goal is a huge one, of course, either tied up or a 2-goal deficit, but I think the Stealth, if they can find this footing, maybe to capitalize on some more errors. We've seen the Timbers, with them being a team that's so highly rated, they definitely have the confidence. They're not really, I wouldn't say cocky, but sometimes they get a little ahead of themselves. And so that can come back to haunt them, as we saw there. Now Tactics in the corner. There's a demo on the far side. Renbo gets taken out by Dragon. Benny chasing this one down back there. Tactics save out the post. Renbo tosses that one into the corner. As now that one's off the side wall. Quack is there. He'll try to kick this one out towards mid once again. Benny moves this one downfield. He'll try to chase this himself. Has tactics at mid. Benny a little bit of an awkward touch. That's going to drop back down. Renbo has to charge in. Great touch there. Goes up towards the side wall. No tactics. Pass that one out towards mid. Once again, they're kind of starting to run out of time. Stealth, you only have 1 or 2 more opportunities. Renbo might go for the air dribble, but Tibbles slams that one the other way back into the St. Cloud Stealth zone. Dragon in the corner. He'll put that backboard. Benny touch towards the far side. Quack back towards mid. Renbo keeps that one up. Now has to try to send this one downfield. All 3 players there. Tactics tries to keep that up. Benny can't get the connection on it. Renbo can, but that touch actually keeps it up. That's going back into the St. Cloud Stealth zone. Benny's out there. That one sends up towards mid. Tactics chasing this one down far side. Benny's there. Benny, no! Can't get beneath it. Had the boost to be there, but just did not have the positioning. And a tight, hard-fought Game 3 goes back in favor of the Timbers. This time, Dragon with the standout game.
Yeah, that was a good attempt there on the 0-second possession. Just if Taxis would have popped that up, you know, I think it would have gotten to the corner. Maybe a chance for a play. But great game there from the Timbers. They got those 2 goals at the very first 30 seconds of the game, and then they were able to keep the lead for pretty much the rest of the game. Maybe that's the key for the Timbers winning. Just don't let the Stealth be on offense for the majority of the game, and then capitalize within the first kickoff.
Yeah, and you know, again, this is something where if you take a look at everything outside of the first like 30 seconds of this game, it was 2-1 in favor of the Stealth. Yeah. You can't fall behind by 2 goals that early. You have a chance to come back into it, but it just makes it such a hard task, and you find yourself just kind of, you know, committing on things you maybe shouldn't have to and stuff like that. But you know, both these teams, it's interesting. They're fighting a lot in the midfield because we noticed both teams 4 shots and 5 of those 8 shots in total found the back of the net. So that tells you that there's high shooting percentage, which usually means a lot of possession in the midfield, a lot of cutting off shots before they happen. And Game 4 now, Stealth, you got to tie this one back up. Can you survive the first 30 seconds without conceding? If you do, I think you have a good chance in game number 4.
Yeah, it's, you know, talking about Quack last game, he's got 200 points. So I was talking about Dragon earlier. I'm glad to see that Dragon is becoming a team player here and getting involved in every play. So if Dragon's hot, I feel like the rest of Bemidji's going to be hot, especially with Quack and Tibbles holding it down.
Renbo misses there. Benny able to drop that one down. A double commit there. Renbo and Tactics both diving into that one. That's a beautiful pass out towards mid. Dragon with a chance, but Benny reads it well. Now Tactics might have a chance on a breakaway going off the sidewall here. Tries to get contact there. Tibbles will chip this one up, trying to grab that side boost. Might go for the shot here as well. They're giving him a lot of space there. Benny ends up with the save, but that's a little bit more space than I'd offer that. Players now. Benny gets a save on the front post there on the shot by Dragon. Tibbles can't win that one. Quack with a 50 there. That one's crossbar. Gosh, those 50s on the Merc. I was a little bit of a doubter, and Quack makes it 1-0. This time, not even a 50, just a great shot by the captain.
Yeah, great pressure here from the Timbers. They just kept turning on rotation, and it looked like the Stealth didn't have any boost to work with, and they're just constantly getting pressured, and Quack, top right, can't save that.
Yeah, and unfortunately here, that is the story of this one, and, you know, it's a 1-goal game, so that's, you know, something better, but they need to make sure they don't concede again. As Quack towards the front post, Tibbles was going for the demo there. Renbo able to make the save. They'll transition into offense now. Benny on the side there, going to kick it off the corner. Great pass, Tactics front post. Just not enough power. You got to put some more pace behind that. There's another pass towards mid. Renbo dives for that one, but Quack with the clear. Timbers definitely have some weird rotations on defense. It feels like they double commit a lot, but they get those heavy clears downfield, which allow you that freedom to take those double commits.
You know, Rocket League's, it's a great game because of that. You can double commit so many times, and stuff just seems to work out for them, especially for the Timbers right now. It seems like a cluster in net, but they're just able to save everything.
Yeah, and there was a nice a bump in net there by one of the Stealth players, and it would have been an opportunity, but no one was able to finish off that shot. You know, Renbo opening up that lane, but just nobody there to finish, and that's things you got to capitalize on again. You know, your captain gets a good pass, sets it down the midfield. You got to make something happen. As now Tactics has a chance for the air dribble, but again, really weak, and that's a chance where they had some possession in midfield, they had some space, but they just dive on in and throw away that opportunity.
Yeah, you know, players become one-dimensional when they're looking upfield. They're always looking for that clear and never looking for the sidewall. And, you know, you just got to be using your resources, using your players that are upfield.
Yeah, and I mentioned the lack of shots as well. We saw Tibbles make a great challenge at midfield there. Doesn't even allow the shot to be credited towards net, so that's something that just, you know, benefits your team, because even if he doesn't win that 50, it's a lot easier to play for that second 50 there, as Dragon has to go up and actually make a save on that one. Benny fighting for this one in the corners, trying to slow it down, but leave it there for his teammates. Unfortunately, just too far away. As now, under 2 minutes remaining, Renbo's shot from range. That's going to go up towards the crossbar. Quack misses, but Tibbles with the save from behind. Gosh, that defense is fantastic, where they're able to make plays from behind. We saw that a lot with the Bemidji Timbers, actually. We saw Kai was defending a lot from in front of the ball. It was so weird to watch, but it worked so well, and that's kind of a repeat here. As we'll see Tactics transition into offense, trying to carry the stealth forward. Benny lets that one wrap around. Gonna hang that one towards the sidewall. Tibbles takes a little while to attack on that one, but nobody able to be there quick. As now Quack, he'll ship that one towards mid. There's gonna be a chance. Tibbles towards the crossbar. And for all the opportunities that both sides have had, this is still a 1-0 game with just over a minute remaining. So the stealth, you still are in this game. You just have to find some way to break through this defense. As Renbo,
it's kind of like who can hit the ball the hardest right now. You know, the Timbers, they had an opportunity on offense with Tibbles, but instead of settling it on his car, he just boomed it at net right into the defenders. So I think if they take a little more time with the ball, more possession, they can close out this game here.
Yeah. As now towards the sidewall, 45 seconds left. Tactics out towards mid. Benny might have a chance. A little bit of a 3v2 play here, but gets bumped away. Great play there by Quack. Just drives in on that one. Benny tries to get the pass out mid. Renbo looking for mid. Is Tactics there? He is, but he's not at the right angle. So now Tactics lets this one roll around the backboard. Benny, he should be the next one there, trying to be the next man up for stealth. That one goes towards mid, but unfortunately is cleared. Finally, the stealth are starting to put some pressure on, though, but it might be too little too late. Benny clips that one towards the far side, looking for Renbo. That shot's going to go just towards the sidewall. Dragon gets bumped there, but nothing towards mid. You got to get that one in front of the net for someone to score.
Yeah, they've got good pressure going. Let's see if they can try to squeak it in. We have 4 seconds remaining. Oh, and that's going to fall back to their half. It's not looking good. Benny puts it up. Can Tactics get it? And the Timbers, they'll take game 4.
And that one, once again, there was so many opportunities for the stealth, but you got to find a way to make a goal happen there. You can't expect to win games when you can't even score one goal. Of course, they haven't been the best goal-scoring team, but 2.39, and they're playing against a team that also does well on defense, but you know, you got to expect 1 or 2. Their only win, I guess they've scored a decent number across the series, but first shutout we've seen so far, a 1-0 game, a lot of action, more shots than last time, but still, it is the Timbers on top.
Yeah, the stealth, they're keeping up with shots. They keep up with the pressure. It's just getting the ball in the back of the net at the end of the day. And, you know, coming into this game, they're ranked 5th out of shooting percentage. So you'd expect a decent amount of shots going to the back of the net. But let's see if they can get some goals here, take over the Timbers. Now they're at match point with the Timbers, so they need to figure something out.
Yeah, and I don't think the Bemidji the Timbers fans in the crowd heard that. Timbers, your team is on match point to take the grand final of MNRS. Let's hear it for them. Timbers fans are just non-existent in the crowd, I guess, so unfortunate. Don't know what happened to the Timbers fans. Someone let me know if you find them, because I thought they were here, but they must have left.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I think they're waiting for the MNCS match.
Okay, well, you know, that's going to be a good one, too. Make sure to stick around. 2 more best of 7s coming up. 2 more champions to be crowned, including the awarding of our Season 4 trophy for MNCS. Is a shot early on by Dragon. Quack goes up for this one. Stealth, you are in do or die time for real this time. There is nothing left to play for but this game. You put it all on the line here because if you lose, you are done and the season is over. You win, you get another chance. You got 2 more games to win there. That's a miss, but Renbo able to clean that one up. Nobody on the Timbers expecting that miss. Renbo shot there, but that one stopped in the midfield. Well done there. Now Dragon's going to go for a shot towards the front post. Benny, good save. Good rotations early on from both sides. A couple of opportunities. That's a double commit, but the save is there. Now Quack high towards the backboard. That's saved by Renbo. And early on in this one, already 3 saves forced out of the Stealth to the 4 shots of the Timbers. It is offense in the end of the Stealth. Tibbles has a chance. That one's off the crossbar. Dragon with the shot, saved by Renbo. The Stealth are holding on for dear life right now, and they may have just survived.
Yeah, the defense from both teams, I think, spectacular. It seems like it's like pre-jumps on each side, and they're just able to get one touch that changes the direction of the ball. Everyone's a brick wall right now.
Yeah, and so far now in this one, we are a minute 20 in, and we have 8 shots on the side of the Timbers and 6 saves. Now there might be a chance here for Quack. He's going to put that high. Benny! Oh! So close.
Yeah, I thought he was going to save that right there. Renbo, they almost had it. Oh, it's actually Benny.
So close on that goal line. They have put up such great defense so far, but at some point, if you allow the opposing team to put up now what is 9 shots, you think one of those is going to find the back of the net, and it does. So once again, playing from that 1-goal deficit. Benny, another save. As Tactics off the sidewall, we need to see the Stealth get something going. You can't play out of your own zone and expect to win this game. The Timbers, they are feeling it right now. They taste the blood in the water. They want that MNRS championship as Renbo shot towards mid, but that one ends up wide. Quack in transition. Now there's Benny on the sidewall. Benny gets that over Dragon, so there might be an opportunity here. Has 2 players to contend with in mid. Pass out there. That's a beautiful play. Benny finds the opening, and finally a response from the Stealth.
Yeah, they stuck to their roots. The season 1 plays. Hit it off the corner and then follow it up. Beat the other third man. And that's how they score. Renbo, beautiful shot there.
And the big thing to mention, too, that ends a 7-minute scoring drought for the Stealth. They got shut out in the game prior, so that is a game and almost a half that they weren't able to score. They finally get one in there, and it's a great team play. Benny, the catalyst with the pass in that one, as Renbo has to put up another save. Take a look at that scoreboard. Once again, 8 saves on the scoreboard now. 11 shots for the Timbers. Renbo shot from range. That one gets saved by Quack. As now the transition heads the other way. Tactics actually going to put that one towards the net and an own goal.
The 50s. Tactics gets a nice 50 on Quack. I don't think Quack wanted to go for that ball because he was waiting for his teammate to rotate in.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he wasn't going for that or if he was just trying to put his kind of toss the car in front of it, but that is a costly error. That might actually kind of lift the Stealth, say, hey, we can do this. And a reminder as well, actually, the Stealth in the previous matchup, or not the previous matchup, in their semifinal, they ended up losing 2 late games to the Embers and had to win it in Game 7. So they are a team that can play Game 7s because also in the qualification, 8.5-minute overtime. This team does not fold too hard under pressure. Give them a chance back in and they will take it.
Yeah, I would not want to go to a Game 7 against the Stealth after what I saw. One of the best overtimes in MNCS history. So let's see if they can even bring it there, though.
But 2 minutes to go in this one. There still is an option or opportunity for the Timbers to shut this one down in regulation. Out towards mid. Renbo looking for the self-dish. And that gets sent downfield by Dragon. Remember, only Game 5 now, as that's going to be an awkward touch there. Tibbles gets the tying goal. And what was this touch in the corner from the Stealth?
Yeah, fortunate dunk here onto Benny. Comes off the wall and gets a nice little touch to Tibbles. Power shot to the top left. The Stealth's defense was not expecting that right there.
I think that one, honestly, Benny, not the best touch you could have there. You could try to settle that one down, but Dragon reads it excellently, and then Tibbles is there in mid. It's just these players on the Timbers seem to know what's coming about 4 steps ahead sometimes, and that one was an example of it there as Quaxton go for a demo there, and that screws up the defense.
The defense of the Stealth is folding right now. Quack just hits it high. Renbo with the missed read, and Dragon just got to get a touch on the ball. A little bit of leg there for Renbo, but it goes in regardless.
And Tactics going for the squishy save there. I'm not sure if that's the time for that. Maybe he felt like that was the only option. Might have been low on boost, but just always kind of an awkward play to go for unless you know they're going to shoot it top shelf, like they're coming from above, they're coming off the backboard, something like that. So not a great play there. A double commit also on defense. Benny has to come in and just boom that one out and away, but Dragon, he'll be able to pester. Sends it down actually to a great spot for Renbo. They'll take this one downfield, 50 against Quack, out towards mid. Benny with a shot, but that one stopped there. Minute 15 now until we see if the Timbers take this in 5, if they claim the MNRS Grand Final champions. Or do the Stealth have something left in the tank? As Dragon puts that one towards crossbar. Tibbles is there on the back post. 2-goal lead, 1 minute remaining.
The Timbers are loving this crossbar here. They're giving it to him. You know, you had that Dragon shot earlier, and now Tibbles skimming the post. And they're kind of running away with it here. We got a minute left. And this is for the championship. This is MNRS championship.
Yeah, and there's definitely an opportunity. As Benny puts that one too high, but those opportunities, like that one off the kickoff, you got to put those away. It is a very hard angle to hit, but if you want to make this thing happen, there's actually a demo, and that is a shot in by Renbo. A demo play. That's some good way to make it happen.
This is what I like to see from the Stealth. A nice little demo, clearing out the net, making opportunities, taking possession. They had a pass play earlier. They're doing all they can to try to stay in this series.
Yeah, now 45 seconds left. Can the Timbers win it in 5, or will the Stealth force overtime? Or they could win it in regulation. I expect more of an overtime, as Quack might go for a double touch here. Renbo, good read on the backboard. Quack with a demo as well, but Renbo drops that one down. Might have an opportunity. Dragon drives in. Benny soft touched the sidewall. Good job there, making sure to maintain possession. That's going to go out towards mid. Quack should be the first one there. He has an open net, and
he gets it. That might be the nail in the coffin right there. 22 seconds. 22 seconds stands from the Timbers being MNRS champions. Stealth needs to get all they have right here.
Yeah, and you know, I would love to see if they can make it happen, but I don't see it happening. You have to get a goal basically immediately. It's actually Tactics. Puts that one towards mid. An awkward bounce. That would have been better if it took a low bounce, but that's going to hang out towards mid. There's half the clock gone. Renbo tries to 50, but Tibbles wins that one. He might add a 6. That's going towards the back post.
Third goal here. Tibbles, nice control. No one back for Stealth. I mean, what do you expect? They all going to be up.
Yeah.
And it's looking really promising for the Timbers here.
Yeah, I don't think the Timbers are finding a way out of this one.
No.
Oh, Tibbles is going to get a 7th there. Just insult to injury, salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened here. Tactics just an awkward. The sideways flip there. Benny can't react. 5 seconds left. 7-3. A dominating offense here. The Timbers. Lowest goals in the series was 1, but that was a 1-0 victory. And with 4 seconds left, we will see this tick away, and the Bemidji Timbers are your MNRS Season 4 champions.
Yeah, congratulations to them. You know, they had a great season. 4 goals from Tibbles there. The passing, the aggression, they came out with fire in the beginning of that game. What was it, 9 shots within like the first minute of the game.
Yeah.
Crazy offense to start it off, and you know, let's give it up for the Stealth though.
Yeah.
They had a really good season. They made it in one of the best overtimes to make the LAN, and they put up a good show, making it all the way to the finals. So congratulations to them as well.
Yeah, and you know, going from being the number 5 seed to make it to the grand finals, absolutely incredible, a fantastic performance. But the Timbers prove too big of an obstacle. They take a fantastic bracket here. They go 8-1, a sweep over the Monarchs, and then a 4-1 victory here in this one. Beautiful game by them. That is what we like to see. And they are the Season 4 champions. So well done by the Timbers. And congratulations to them on that victory there. Bemidji finally over its woes with winning some championships. But up next, we will have our CLMN Grand Final. That will be the Minneapolis Magic versus the Hibbing Outlaws going into the postseason, 1 versus 4 seed, and actually after the group stage 1 and 3 seeds. So we'll see how that goes. We'll take a quick break and come on back with that one.
Wanna know my secrets, so you keep crashing into my waves. I don't have the patience for that. Not okay with waiting for that. I don't know what's changed in my head. Let's go somewhere and never come back. Tonight we
All right, our MNRS champions, get up on stage. I know you guys are excited about your win, but get up here. You got the prize? Doesn't matter. By their setups. Where's Tibbles? There he is. They good? Where's the app? Mr. The App, to the stage. All right, one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our MNRS Season 4 champions. Would you like to, what's up you have? All right, we have our medals. First one is gonna be going to Tibbles. Then we got Mr. Dragon. The man with the fries, Quack. And the carry of the team, The App. All right, we're gonna be heading down over to the camera. I'm gonna be interviewing Tibbles, but you know, while you're all together, are there any words as a team, anything that any of you wanna say?
I'm gonna miss being on this team.
Aw, it's so wholesome. He's gonna miss being on the team. Well, one more time, let's give it up to our MNRS champions. All right. What's up? Yeah. All right, all right, all right. All right, what is up, Twitch stream? Hopefully you guys are all doing good. Everybody in our live audience is doing great here, but right next to me I have, why don't you step on it a little closer? We got one of our champions here, Tibbles, and I'm gonna be asking him a few questions about the tournament. I mean, first off, I just gotta know, how are you feeling right now being an MNRS champion?
Man, I'm ecstatic. I was shaking this whole tournament, but to win it all, it's the dream come true.
Yes, sir. Yo, I need to see your hand out. He ain't nervous. That was a steady win. That was a great win. I mean, we got a last call for the kitchen, but besides that, I mean, you know, having Cal coach you, having the team dynamic, what was it like on stage? What was the environment like for you?
Man, Cal's the GOAT. I mean, he kept us chill, he kept us focused, and, you know, he really contributed to our win, and, you know, I'm so happy he was there.
Well, all right, you heard it here. You know, you had a great time. Good job to you on that. Big ups to our champions. Give another shout out to Tibbles here. Round of applause for MNRS. And we will be back shortly coming up with the CLMN Grand Championship. We'll see you soon. Stick around. All right, good job, man.
Who
All right, while we're waiting, for those in the audience, I'm going to be just chucking these towels at you guys. Essentially, what I want for the next grand finals, whoever has any of these towels, I need to see these waving above you, twirling them, supporting your teams. So I'm just going to be tossing these over. If you want a towel, come towards the stage. You felt These are harder to throw than. All right, wait. This one I gotta roll up. Yo, go long. Oh my gosh. Do you want to do the honors? Do the honors. Throw it to the crowd. Anybody in the crowd? Hey. All right, we better see those spinning in the air during the match. Let's get it. More giveaways coming out soon. All right. Also, I just got word from the man himself, Taro. If you're watching on stream or in here in person, make sure to stay tuned or be back in this room in about 15 minutes. We got a top secret announcement coming out. I'm extremely stoked to hear about it. So should you be. So make sure to be back in 15. We'll be having that happen right here. All right. I do have a little bit of an announcement to make here. In my hands, I don't know how well you can see this, but I have a wheel. I have a wheel on my phone. And the names on the wheel are for people that have donated more than $10 to the Minnesota Championship Series within the past month. Those people were entered to win a Razer phone. So I will be spinning the wheel here, and whoever wins one will be our lucky winner. So here we have it. I have the wheel. Got the names on it. And we're spinning. Oh. I don't think you guys are gonna believe me, but Grape! Congratulations, Grape. You have won yourself a Razer phone. Come over here to claim. And again, thank you all so much for donating to an awesome cause. In the future, we might have more giveaways like this, so it's always good to give back, and we love giving back as well. So thank you. Grape, congratulations. This just in. The phone is sponsored by the Minnesota Esports Club. Make sure to check them out. Come over here. We're gonna have a brief word from our sponsor here. Just, do you want to tell us a little bit about you guys, what you do, and of course, thank you so much for supporting this event.
Hey, we're Minnesota Esports Club. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides youth esports solutions across the state of Minnesota. And if you want to get involved, reach out to us on minnesotaesports.org. We're always looking for volunteers and people that just want to get involved. Thank you.
minnesotaesports.org. Make sure to go check them out. Again, thank you so much for helping us out with this event and providing the phone. But Grape, come here. It's yours.
Wait, Grape's on the stage.
Trying to lose track of the silence. Trying to make my way back to the silence. You got a one-track mind like a driving. I can hear the graveyard sing. Now you got me flatline. Trying to make my way back to the silence. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming around, cutting me. Bleeds quicker than my heart beats. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming around, cutting me. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. Blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. come around Courtney. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats.
I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're
All right, everybody. How we feeling out there? I want to say a few things. First, we do have a top secret announcement coming, but very first, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who has helped put this event on. Our broadcasters, Karin, our MC, everybody who brought a booth, Left Click Lounge, our major stage sponsor, and Game Center. Please, everybody, a big round of applause for everybody who has helped put this on. This is truly amazing. You guys are great. All right. So I have three, count them, three big announcements to make today. The very first one is we are starting a Halo community server, which will eventually transition into Halo MNCS. That link is going to drop in the Discord right about now. Bro's just going to drop that link. Get in there to play your casuals. We have an awesome commissioner for Halo. He is right now actually out in North Carolina competing in the Halo Championship Series. He's going to be back. His name is SSJ Louis, and He's a great guy. Meet him, play with him, get in the Discord when you're playing Halo. Second big announcement. We're going to have about a month of these professional grade combines coming up in January. There's going to be anonymous scouts in the combines. We're going to have GMs who are watching everything, paying attention, providing player reports, looking to draft their Season 5 teams, because franchises are going to last from season to season now. GMs are going to be able to pick players that they're keeping every season. At the end of January, we are going to have a draft. The final date still needs to be confirmed, but it will be a live draft at the Version 1 headquarters at the Vikings training facility. And finally, I get to announce that Season 5 will be our first expansion season with 2 new franchises coming to the Minnesota Championship Series. These franchises, available for applications, by the way, for GM. If you think you'd be a good GM, get your application in now. These are pretty sweet. The Brainerd Victory and the Mankato Atlas. I've seen some logo mock-ups for these. You're not going to want to miss it. And that is all I have for you before I hand this mic off to Karin to get our CLMN championship rolling. Go Outlaws.
Give it up for Terrell. Those are some exciting announcements. I'm excited for scouting Halo. Are you kidding me? And we got the exciting draft coming up. You know I'm going to be there. I better see you there. So, with that, we finally make it to that next part. CLMN. The place that I was in, again, I got knocked out because these teams, they're nothing easy to deal with. They are the top of the competition, super close to being the very top of MNCS. But we got our CLMN teams both on stage. We got Minneapolis Magic versus the Hibbing Outlaws. Now, I want a crowd reaction. Let's hear it for the Minneapolis Magic. Okay. All right. And let's hear it now for the Hibbing Outlaws. I'm not going to lie, they sounded a little bit louder, so I'm excited to see this match. You know, let's just get this started. Turney Ernie, are you ready? He looks pretty ready. Frank Cabbage? No, not so ready? Now you are. All right, they're both ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's get it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CLMN Season 4 Grand Final, live here from Game Center. As Karin just said, Frank Cabbage alongside Ernie. Another great match. We just saw Bemidji claim the MNRS title, finally break that streak where Bemidji just could not find a trophy. And they took down the St. Cloud Stealth 4-1, but now Minneapolis Magic and Hibbing Outlaws fighting for the CLMN crown. It has been a tough season for all of them, but they are ready to get underway.
And, you know, for the Hibbing Outlaws, they've probably had one of the best seasons we've ever seen in just Minnesota competitive Rocket League history, finishing out the regular season 16-2, which is an absurd record to think about. And then for the Magic, they come in 9-9, but they're one of the hottest teams in the tournament right now.
Yeah. You know, and actually they struggled on the tail end of the regular season, but it was hard-fought games, and they played a lot with subs this season. That was a big issue there, and especially at the tail end with Bomber not being quite around. But like you said, Hibbing Outlaws 16-2, and those 2 losses came with subs. So their starting lineup was undefeated coming into the postseason. However, they did struggle. They went 1-2 in the group stage, their only win being over the Jets. So that was kind of an interesting one, and that was a 3-2 victory too, so it was hard fought. Minneapolis Magic, the surprise of the postseason, number 4 seed coming in, but went 3-0 in the group stage. A fantastic performance after knocking off the Capitals in that best of 7 in the play-in weekend.
And the entirety of the CLMN has been so tightly fought throughout the year. As if the Magic lost 2 more series, they may not even made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So to see them in the grand finals, I mean, why not them?
Well, and it was dangerous too because they went 1-4 in those last 5 weeks, so they were slipping. They were at 8-5, and then they just slipped down, almost out of playoff contention, but they are ready to go. Outlaws, as I said, 1-2 in the group stage, but a 4-3 victory against the Jets in the semifinal. They had to work for that one. Magic knocked off the Rift 4-2. Other thing to mention as well is we will have a repeat champion if either one of the, well, no, regardless, either one of these teams wins, we have a repeat champion. We saw Dicey win last season with the Riff at CLMN.
That Riff team was undefeated.
Yes, so that was a crazy good season.
Unstoppable.
And then
No one
actually,
came close.
excuse me, on the other side, there's actually not a repeat champion. It has been a struggle. Prussia said that he has actually, or Slip